Starting soon. Starting soon. Starting soon. Starting soon. Starting soon. Starting soon.
Unmuted.
Hey everybody!
We're live.
Over the moon.
John is very.
Kids.
He's so excited about it.
He's so excited.
He's so pumped. He's full of cake.
You're naked. You can't come
Oh
say
no,
hi.
no, don't, John.
We just
No.
went live, John. Hi, Ella.
No naked
Bye,
John.
Ella.
Bye, Ella. Happy birthday, Ella.
Hey, say happy birthday. Tell
Happy
us
birthday.
Woo!
Woo, Ella's
She's
birthday.
like, chuck the ball in here. Coda was walking her out of the room. This ball that landed on my
They
one of
just
Louis'
they
old
just
chuck it
want
balls.
to be part of the podcast.
Oh my god, they just want to do everything I do right now. So funny.
Oh my
Happy
god.
birthday, Ella. Hi, Goofin.
Hi, Goofin.
Ah, kids.
Kids,
Tell you
kids,
what.
kids.
So for the record, Goofin, they're sugared up because, cake. So-
Birthday, yeah. Birthday excitement.
we might hear some screaming here. They never know, though. They might be chill.
It's a pretty exciting day. I would be screaming too.
Yeah, it's real. Oh my gosh, you guys.
Oh, jeez.
Well, Wawta Podcast, Wawta Wednesday. How's everyone doing today?
Episode 4.
Oh, did we tweet?
I tweeted.
You tweeted? Oh,
I
good,
tweeted.
'cause I haven't checked any tweets yet.
I'm a professional.
So pro. I'm so bad at it.
How's our sound
retweet.
goofing? Just so we know that we're not like screaming over each other. Like it should be relatively fine. 'Cause, like I haven't changed anything. You did the Tweedle thing. Yes, we did the Tweedle thing. We tweedled it up. So I didn't tell my dad about this one because I'm like, he's not gonna give a shit about this movie. He's there's no way he's gonna watch this movie. So like, I'll tell him about the ones that I think he'll actually enjoy.
I like that. I think he'll probably really. I need to speak so I can check audio.
Oh yeah. So then Goofy
Have I
can
not
tell
been
us
talking?
like, nah, you've been looking at Tweedle. Tweeting.
Oh, I thought. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I thought it was okay. Good. I'm good. Why the heck is my mic loose? What the heck?
Ella's breaking
not
it.
touched this shit.
She's like, it's my birthday. I'm gonna destroy everything.
It's my birthday. I'm gonna with everything of mine. Okay. Extraordinary. Actually, I think it was John fucking with him.
Probably.
I let him sit and I turned my OBS on and I let him push the stream deck buttons for my emotes to pop up. So he was sitting here emoting when he actually woke up and I was finishing that starting video.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was
Okay,
funny.
let's get Extraordinaria. Ordinaria.
I don't know what to talk about.
Ordinary. Luminarier.
Like,
that's one of the songs.
Are you talking about the song?
Yeah. I can't remember what it is.
Ultra Luminary or something like that?
Ultra Luminaria.
I will say
songs.
the music is 100% top notch in this movie, but we're not starting yet with the movie yet. It just, I had to say that it was the music. You're muted. Are you muted?
No, I'm just trying not to interrupt you.
Okay, good. Like, what's wrong? What's wrong with the audio?
I'm hella pumped, and I'm just letting you talk and like
the music
getting really excited.
Was so good. Like the singing, I'm like, damn. Disney needs to up their game because
I was impressed with Netflix, right?
Yeah,
No,
I was impressed. But before we get into the movie, should we do a check-in?
Yes, let's check in.
Please go first.
I'm going first. Check in. Oh my gosh, check in. It's my daughter's birthday. She's 2. Very exciting. Happy birthday, Ella May.
Happy birthday, Ella.
Kids are cracked out on cake. Had a good day. Let's see. Since Wednesday, I forgot to write notes of what I did in the past week because I don't know. But I worked and that was meh. And but my boss, she's a sweetheart. She's from Germany and has been in the States for a long time now, but she definitely has an accent. She's just really cool. She's cool. She's really sweet, but also at the same time, we've talked about a little bit of my drama with my work, and so I question some things, but beyond that, work was good. Nothing else really happened in my week, I don't think, that was significant. My kids are scratching at the fucking door, which is distracting, but or something's going on.
They gotta get in there.
Not sure what's happening, but it's
zombie
happening.
attack of kids.
And I need my shield up.
Yeah,
okay.
Seriously.
Yeah, I'm a little hyper right now, I guess, because life and yeah. What about you, Chelly? My check-in's really shitty right now. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I don't really have a lot to check in.
I don't have a lot to check in either. It's just been work and more work and work and more work and work and work and more work. It just never ends.
Mom, work. Mom.
Like
work.
we're
That's
on
where
call
I'm at,
for the next 2 days, but that's okay. But it's great because we currently actually don't have any suites. So people call up and we're like, actually we're full, thank you, and then we don't have to talk to them. Yeah, it's really great. Fuck
That's
yeah.
a relief. Then you can just take care of the people that are
needy
in there that are needy and need whatever.
Yeah.
Try to avoid the Amazon freaks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we're getting a new couple, new-ish couple. They're moving into their suite June 4th, I believe.
Ooh.
But the office part of the couple, she's only working, I think, part-time because they have a kid, and once the kid is old enough to go into school, then she'll be full-time.
That makes sense. Okay.
But so it'll be interesting, and I'm like, at least her main focus will be this building, not anything else. And
will the dude be doing maintenance as well?
Yes, they've been with the company for less than 3 months, so they're pretty newbie. And mainly they're going to probably be cleaners.
I mean, you got to start in the lower end and work yourself up.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's kind of how it goes when you start somewhere fresh. And they're new, so...
I know that she's good at her job because, we've been told that when she first started, she was really, calling, I'm a landlord, getting the information she has to get, which is great. It just... I don't know why. This building... in theory, it shouldn't be that busy. And we have all of the suites done but it's still busy. And it's
so
just
strange.
Why is it so busy? I'm just so
Yeah.
confused. It's because we're by a college and all them fucking college people and also applying. I swear to God, the applying online's broken. Because when someone applies for a suite, and then it's gonna make no sense to you, but there's a list I have to do, and as soon as I get to the bottom of that list, nobody should be allowed to apply for the suite that someone else has applied for. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. People can still fucking apply, even though I bumped the list down to the bottom, and no one understands that there's something wrong, even though I've explained it like 15 times, going, they should not be allowed to apply for that suite. We should not have applicants on that suite.
Because that suite is technically
applied for
of an applicant. Yeah, for an applicant. It should be grayed out, essentially.
Exactly. And nobody accepts this. And I'm like, no. And then my boss is like, you have to approve them, and then no one else can apply. And I'm like, no, that's not how this works.
Let them apply. Let's review them, and then if it goes well, we put them in. But I'm not gonna let them apply and then say, oh, sorry, we rented that out to someone else.
Yeah, like
I get exactly where you're going.
Nobody accepts that I'm right, and I'm like, and I know I'm right. I know I'm 150,000% right. Because in our other building, that's how it fucking worked. So something's wrong, and no one's accepting it. No one's like, oh,
so
Jolly's got a
point.
point.
They do it that way over there, and you're doing it this way over here.
They could just kind of ignore that. They kind of just move on, and I'm like, I'll just decline. I just started declining left, right, and center.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what else am I supposed to do? I'm not wasting my time on like 5 people for one suite. I'm gonna pick the best one, decline the rest.
Yeah, because you have an application. You see what is what the person is presenting to you.
Yeah.
It's not like you have to be like, oh, maybe. Oh, it's like, no, I want that one for this one.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing.
No one else should apply for that.
Yeah.
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 Got you. Feel it. That's completely reasonable.
Yeah, but apparently that's not how it works. I'm like, you guys are wrong.
They're just trying to like have everyone fight for a suite kind of deal.
Yeah, but a lot of people fighting have never fought before.
But I mean, I'm not fighting, but like how you guys would see it if you're having multiple people coming for one suite,
like it's kind of good because then we have our pick of the who moves in.
Yeah, that's fair.
But like most of them are crap. Most of them are students. We don't take students.
No students.
Nah, hell no. That was a problem here when we first arrived. Is that all of the students were done school and peaced out. Like when I think it was November last year, they had 30 suites to rent here. 30.
Holy crap.
Because they were all students.
Wow.
And then that's where the new rule of no students allowed.
Yeah. We need people to have residences to live to work here, guys, not just for students.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's other housing for students around. Isn't there student housing around?
For the college close by, no. And I talked to this one girl on the phone. She was really nice, wasn't mad at me. She was just mad at the situation. She was trying to find a place to live for her sister who's a student. And the reason that she was looking is because her sister has tried, and she can't find a place. So the sister's like, I'll be the guarantor for my sister. We're not taking students or guarantors, because guarantor is just a lot of fucking work for a guarantor.
Too many hoops to jump through, I feel like.
I don't like it. So then she and I had a real good talk, and she's like, what's going on there? Because like she's like, I went to school like 10 years ago, and I found a place to live, no problem. My sister now is trying to find a place to live while she's in school, and no one's taking students. And I'm like, not gonna lie to you, people don't want to rent to students because there's many reasons, but parties, they don't take care of suites, and they break lease. And they don't stay long term after their lease is done, which is the people we're looking for.
You want long term.
We desperately want long term. Like, we don't rent to the people that the company wants us to rent to, because they want us to rent to like old people, like seniors. But it's just not the demographic, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Vancouver in general, it's not the demographic.
Yeah. It seems like a pretty youthful city in that
way.
It
is. Like in Saskatoon, our building has our company has one building, which was very shocking to us to begin with. And we went there when like we were first getting this job, because the manager there interviewed us and talked to our boss essentially and told them about us. And their building was pretty full of old people, because that's Saskatoon. That's the demographic that they're going to get. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not the demographic here. It's not going to happen. So yeah, that's just my life. It just feels so busy. And I'm like, it shouldn't. Yeah. It shouldn't be this busy.
Not with everything being kind of settled. Everyone has their places, you know, just a lot going on around. Just the moving parts of the building, I feel like, probably keep you busy as well.
And like all the thefts, and my manager, I don't know, she likes to fight with like residents, which means we need to go to the residential board. Like not fights, but like she'll die on a hill that I'm like, why are we dying on this hill? Why can't we just like let it go? Is this the hill you're ready to die on? And she'll die on every hill. So that's why I also feel like it's so busy, because she'll let dumb shit go and like die on the dumber hills. Oh, like, man. I just don't get it.
Like, pick your battles. Sometimes they aren't
your
worth it.
Goddamn battles, man.
Man. And does she have kids, out of curiosity?
Yeah, she actually does.
Man, shouldn't she know to pick her fucking battles?
She has 2 older ones that are like moved out, and the youngest one lives at home, and he's like 18, so he's like gonna peace out soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she told us that her husband did the sweetest thing. He booked her and him a trip back home for March of next year. Do you know what's happening March of next year for us?
I absolutely know what's happening March of next year.
And then at first, like, I didn't clue in, and I just went, "Oh, that's so sweet of him! Oh my god!" And then suddenly, I'm telling him I'm a Jordan, and he's like, "March of next year," and I'm like, "Yeah," and he's like, "What's happening March of next year?" And then all of a sudden,
I can hear this conversation.
And then all of a sudden, it's sunk in, and I'm like, oh my god.
So like, did you start sweating? Because I would have.
I actually did start sweating, and then like I ran to her and like just so you know, it's a super great trip. Like, I'm so excited, but March of next year, Jordan and I are doing a thing, like getting like I'm married. And she's like, oh my god, I totally forgot about that. But lucky for her, our wedding's like in the first week of March, and her trip is at the end of March.
Oh, good.
So it was all good.
Oh gosh, could you imagine?
I told her, even if it was at the same time, I'm not moving my thing, because we've already told people and committed mostly to this.
Yeah. We want this day.
Yeah. And then, so she told me if like it did happen to be on the same time, she would just get another person brought in for that week. And I'm like, okay. Why couldn't we have that in any other building when we needed that?
Yeah, seriously. Or maybe even the couple that's moving in would be there too, maybe.
Yeah, they're probably sticking around.
They stayed that long.
Yeah. I honestly think they're sticking around.
What are you flicking?
Well, Jordan was getting me a drink, and then I went to grab it, and then I looked, and it was a beer, and I'm like, I'll drink that.
Hand that to me.
Now he's doing behind the hand, like behind the back, and I got to guess which hand the drink's in. It's in that one.
Left hand.
I don't want that one. It's beer. I got my drink. I don't know, like, my check-ins are mostly always going to be about work, because I got we saw a great movie.
You go.
Yesterday. Doctor Strange 2. No spoilers, but it was great.
Excellent. You guys liked it, huh?
Oh my god. There was a part in the movie, because like all these Marvels are like, they like throw random shit in, and like people are like, oh my god, like I heard no spoilers for this movie, amazingly.
Oh, good.
But they
Good.
they were starting to creep up because it's like a week out. So it's about time when people are like, if you haven't gone, then fuck you. So if they were starting to creep up. So I'm like, thank God we're going to see this movie on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're watching, and I'm just like watching. It's a great movie, and then all of a sudden a character shows up, and I literally gasped, but also other people gasped too, and I'm like, oh my God! And then you're watching, and then another character, I'm not gonna say who, comes in, and I'm like, oh my God! Because I was not expecting it. I wasn't expecting it at all.
Oh, that's so
And like
great.
other people freaked out too, of course. And
The whole theater was probably stoked, huh?
yeah, and mind blown. So good.
Yay!
Like, I know people have opinions on like the new like Marvel franchise. I don't give a shit about your
Yeah.
these are crappy movies they just pump out every year. You know what? I don't care. They're good.
Yeah. Like 'em.
They all have a good story. They all blend into each other. That's all I want.
They're all connected.
Yeah.
That's
Seriously.
cool. I'm not. I haven't. I would. I need to get on the train because it's been a minute. I haven't.
That's a long train, Cleese.
A big train.
It is a big ass train because it's not only the movies. You have to watch like WandaVision. Like, you literally have to watch that to understand this movie, and that's a TV
Okay.
show. And I think there's
now.
like, you literally have to watch that show to get part of this movie.
Okay. Okay.
Because I don't know who. I feel so bad for someone that didn't watch that show and they go in and they're like, what the fuck are they talking
What is
about?
this movie?
Why is she so angry?
What is happening?
Yeah. Yeah, they're all on Disney Plus except for Spider-Man, because Disney does not own Spider-Man yet.
Oh.
They share him with Sony.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yes,
Okay.
Sony and Disney have a little friendship.
Little frenzies.
A little frenzies.
Frenzies.
We got America first. Jordan will like give you a list of the ones you need to watch, like in certain order, and it's long.
Start with Captain America, the first Avenger.
Yeah, that one is technically
Okay.
the first one. Watch every
Okay.
film a few years ago. Yep, I'm a bad. Khalees is worse.
I'm way worse. Oh my lord. I mean, I'm bad. I can't. I have a hard time staying awake for movies.
That's fair.
So
And they're
I
not all
try.
good. They're not all good.
That's
So
fair.
so I'm not gonna be like one of those fake fans that's like, they're all fantastic. Nah, they're not. They're not.
I mean, that's fair because
Like, you will probably sleep through Thor 1 and 2. Definitely not 3. 3 is like phenomenal. You'll probably, what else will it? Black
I don't know
Panther,
if
maybe.
I'll necessarily fall asleep, but you never know.
Thor is pretty damn boring. Honestly, the only thing that makes it like great is like Thor and Loki. To me, they're like,
Okay.
Loki's like awesome. I love Loki.
Awesome. I'll check. I have to check it out. So I'm starting with Captain America. Well, not right this second, obviously.
Right now, the next movie we're gonna talk about is Captain America, and then slowly we're gonna just talk about all of the Marvel movies. That'll be like a long. You know how long we'll be talking about Marvel movies? Forever.
We could have a Marvel night once
Yes.
a month or something, or twice a month, or let's see, we
Yeah.
do it every other. We could do something like that. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Marvel night. That'd be cool. If you want to children and tell him you hate Captain America. I mean, I can't say I'm particularly a fan. I am more of a Superman fan, actually.
Jordan's
I don't know if
also
that
a mega
matters.
Superman, but like Chris, like Evans though, will steal your heart as Captain America.
Will he?
Oh my God, dreamiest motherfucker on the planet. Not gonna lie.
Superman has always been my favorite superhero, and I've always gotten shit for it because everyone's like, he's like whack. He just flies and
Nah,
I'm like,
Superman's
I don't give a
great.
fuck. He's amazing. He flies. That's the point. Like, anyways, I love Superman. Huge. I've never really liked
Henry Cavill.
I was gonna say no. I was gonna. He was. I don't mind any of the actors. I was gonna say like other superheroes. Like I'm not the Batman's all right.
DC sucks.
You know what I mean?
That's
but
all
it's
I
just,
gotta
like,
say.
He's so depressing. I don't know.
He's so depressing. My parents died, so I'm going to become a superhero and become friends with bats.
I'm sure, but the movies are great. But just like the idea of Batman, do you get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like the vibrancy and the being able to fly, like the whole superhero. I don't want some normal ass guy running around saving people.
Thank
in
you.
A Batman
I totally agree.
suit.
I agree.
I would like to have a fantastical character be my superhero,
Yeah.
who is a nerd at a news, room. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Definitely.
Oh my god, are you kidding?
Hello. Mr.
Clark
Dreamy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually have a Superman shirt that has little Velcro cape on it. I've had
Love
it for
it.
years, and it's got like anyways, like I have Superman everything for a long time growing up, and a lot of it's, I don't know, gone since it's life.
Yeah.
Who else? Spider-Man, the only Spider-Man that I really ever like watched and liked, and this is like whack, but not whack, it's just whack because like I don't know, I was kind of like, do we need another Spider-Man after the one with Tobey Maguire happened? And what's her name? But I don't know because there's other stories because I didn't dive into that
Each
universe.
Superman
you know?
has their good qualities.
Or Spider-Man, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Each Spider-Man,
Yeah.
and like you probably know about the recent Spider-Man, the big hype behind that one, or do you not know the big hype
Not
behind
really beyond maybe all this three were there am I understanding that like multiple Spider-Men went in one movie? Okay, then I kind of have an idea.
that? It was so good. It was so good.
It's the internet.
Yes, it was so
Don't say
good.
anything.
It was so good.
I would love to check that out, but I don't know the second. I don't know. I only know Tobey Maguire
Yeah, that's fair.
as Spider-Man. Like him and
Andrew Garfield is like my least favorite one. What's the girl's name in that?
it's MJ, but why can't I think of her
What's
name?
her name?
Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah, that's her name. That's her.
No, not Gwen Stacy. I just smacked my microphone. Sorry. But I also really like that one because wasn't Willem Dafoe Goblin?
Yeah, and he still is Goblin.
Is
in,
he?
Like, dude,
Okay.
that new Spider-Man
I'm just gonna have
is like
to.
one of the best movies ever made. I swear to God.
I need to get back in the
Just
superhero.
just
kick.
because like it's not just a movie. It's so special to the franchise, in my opinion. Like
Yeah,
what they did
yeah.
with it. And
They
that
did
the
it right.
fans literally called it out for almost a whole year, going, "You guys are doing this," and then they're all like, "No, we're not doing that. Can you stop it?" And they're like, "No, you're doing that thing that we all know that you're doing." And then
see you.
and everyone's like, "No, we're not. Stop ruining it. You guys are just making shit up." And then all of a sudden, bam, they just did the thing that everyone
did it.
was calling them out for like a year.
Oh my god.
It was the funniest thing ever. And another thing I got to nerd out on. There was a
Yes.
trailer for the second Avatar movie.
Okay, I'm on your level. I remember first Avatar, so
Yes!
that's exciting.
They
I'm with
have
you.
a trailer.
It's been actually a while since
It's been
I've seen
10
the first
years since the first one
yeah.
came out. 10 years.
Can you imagine? I have the chills. Can you imagine after like 10 years what it's going to look like?
It looks so good.
It was amazing.
So
back
the
then.
reason it took 10 years to make this movie, James Cameron has spoken up about it, is because he really wanted to delve into the like ocean side. He wanted to deal with like the ocean creatures and the ocean tribes. But he had, sorry, I have the burps right now.
No, it's okay. Let it out.
He wanted to make the like aquagraphics, like the water, look better. So he had to create a whole new digital thing to do what he wanted to do, which is why it took 10 years.
Can you imagine?
And it fucking pays off. Like that trailer, it looks so good. And Jordan's like, that's cool, but I'm not like excited. And I'm like I'm peeing myself excited. That's how excited I am about Avatar. Because I friggin' love that movie. I don't care what any naysayers say.
Such a good movie. Are you kidding?
So good. And the graphics. And I just want to go to Pangea or Pandora or wherever the fuck they're from again. I can't remember now. Pandora, I think it was.
Either. But yeah.
And I just want to go there.
It's been so long since I've seen it.
Every time I watch that movie, I'm like, I want to go there. I want to be a blue giant person.
Oh, it'd be so cool.
Fly on those things.
Oh, so cool.
So cool.
I'm with you on that. Meh. You meh.
You meh.
You meh.
That's like a movie that we will definitely be talking about when it comes out.
Yeah.
And like you and then you
it.
get the chance to watch it because it's coming out in December of this year.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great. That's awesome. That gives me plenty of time to set up a date for me and Conan to go see that freaking movie.
Hell yeah, just plan way ahead of time.
I'm not even joking. Yo, who's going to come watch these babies?
So do you have a movie theater in town or do you have to go somewhere?
We have a movie theater in
That was a reaction and a half.
So we had a movie theater in town. So let me just give you okay, yes. We have a movie theater in town. I don't know if they do new releases anymore.
Oh,
it's become the Tahoe Film House. Someone else bought it. They might do some new movies.
Avatar, come on,
guys. A lot
guys.
of the time they do some like classic shit, which is really cool. But it, like the movie theater itself, it's literally full of couches and like they serve like wine and beer and stuff like that. It was never like that growing up. It was like a nasty ass fucking had a really creepy guy selling tickets. In fact, one time I was 14 and he asked me if to go out with him.
And how old was he at that time?
Probably in the 40s.
Ew! Gross.
Like, the guy was gross. No. Anyways, yeah, that really freaked me out. So I never really, like, went there as a teenager because I was like, nah, I'm good.
No.
I'm good, ma. But I was with some friends and their dad and stuff. I was, like, young enough for that. But ever since then, I would see the guy around town. He'd give me the heebie-jeebies. Not just because he asked me for a date, but it was just highly inappropriate. That's all. It was just very inappropriate.
Yeah.
So I'll never forget that. But there is a movie theater in South Lake, which isn't that far away. And there's also one in Kings Beach, I believe. But the one in Tahoe City I don't know if they do new movies, but they might have changed.
Yeah.
I haven't looked into it. The last time I saw a movie in theaters was... Okay, a new movie. Because in 2019, I actually was able to see, but it would already come out a while. I was able to see, I think it was 2019, the live action Lion King.
Nice.
That Tahoe City film, the Tahoe City Cinema. The movie had been out for like a while. Like I don't think it was in theaters anymore kind of deal.
Yeah.
Prior to that, it was, oh my God, something LA, what the fuck was it? It was like an army movie. Conan and I saw it together. What was it? It was like an alien army movie. Why the fuck am I having such a brain fire right now?
movie in LA.
Like LA alien movie.
Come on, Jordan.
Battle Los Angeles.
That's
There
it.
it is.
That's it.
Battle Los Angeles. Yes. And it was okay. It was pretty good. But that was the last movie I have seen in theaters.
Jesus.
How long ago was that?
I don't even know. That feels like a 2017 movie or 2018 or 2016.
2011.
Oh my God. I graduated high school during 2011.
That was the last time. That was the last time I've been in a movie theater. I'm not going to lie. Like, my life throughout that period was all live music. It wasn't.
That's fair.
Cinemas, so.
That's fair, I guess.
Very different lifestyle then.
Like, it just boggles my mind. That just boggles my mind out because, like, Jordan and I are such, like, moviegoers. Like, we love the movies. Yeah. I even snuck in some popcorn from our home because I didn't want to pay for the shitty popcorn that place had.
Good. They're not going to check your bags anymore. It's with COVID and everything.
Thank
Everyone's
you.
like,
There you go, Jordan. See,
fuck away from me.
They're not like keep us all like don't take them
Oh
out.
my God.
Don't take them out yet. There's still lights on, and I'm like, bitch, they're not taking
no
our
one
food.
cares.
No one's taking our
no
food,
one
and like
cares.
it was like special, like pop, like on popcorn too. Like it had flavors on it.
Ooh,
It was
yummy.
dill pickle cheese.
Oh my God, that sounds incredible.
It's so
I
good.
love dill pickle season.
So good.
So good.
So good.
I always bring my own snacks in my purse. Always.
I
I'm
have
not
for a
spending money on all
while.
that shit. It's like so expensive for fucking movie candy and stuff.
In Saskatoon,
Personally-
we did it like we brought in our own snacks a lot because there was a candy store in that same mall, so we would always go stop at the candy store. But here, not really. There's no candy store by the movie theater here, so then we just we just got used to getting popcorns and shit.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
But I do miss the good old days of going to the candy store first and then
Yeah.
just having your bag of candy.
It's part of the experience. You just load your purse up and you're like, I'm a criminal. And then you like, I don't know, something about it. Like, because you feel like you're breaking all the rules by bringing your own shit into the movie theater. Because they're always like, no.
Jordan, you're right. There was one, but it was on the other side of the train track.
You've never done that? Oh, gosh. I'm pro at doing that.
Oh, yeah. I'm
No
like,
one's going to touch my bags.
they don't
What are you gonna
fucking
do?
care. I've never seen them ever check bags, ever. Ever. But yeah. Yeah, there was a candy store. There is a candy store, like, in that train station. But it was on the other side of the track. So we would have to go, like, up one side, go back down, and then go up the other side, Jordan. So,
Sorry.
kid drama.
No, we're looking for underwear.
Ah. The daily struggle.
I'm like,
The downside of not having purse. Exactly. You gotta... That's the main reason to have a purse.
I have gone through phases of purses, and I'm usually a non-purser. No, I've always through my life I've been a pocket person. I'm all about my pockets. My dress has got to have pockets. Give me pockets.
I am a
But then,
purse
like,
person.
Someone when I'm gifted a purse,
Yeah.
it's always like a lovely style, and it's like suits me, and I will wear that purse to its death. I mean, literally, my mom got me, I don't know where it is right now, but she
show
got me
you my
this really
purse.
cute little purple purse. And I can't help but use it. I love it. And it's so cute.
This is my current purse.
Oh, that's so cute. I'm gonna grab mine. Hold on.
Yes, let's see your purple purse. Now we're talking about purses. Wawta Podcast. So yeah, I'm so excited about the second Avatar movie I've been waiting for so long. I remember in high school, I don't remember what class this was for or why we did it, but
Damn door is so hard to open. It just sat on my purse. Hello.
oh, that's cute.
It's not that cool, but it's my little purple bag.
Look at all those pockets.
Yeah. I could hear you through my headset just
Oh,
then.
good. There's so many pockets. I love that.
And like I said, I'm a pocket person, so it was
Ah,
like the
yes.
perfect little. There's all the pockets in there, but it's also like I don't know why I like to be a pocket person because I like lose shit all the time. So I'm like pockets. And I'm like
Yes.
diving in there and then patting it. Where are the keys?
Yeah.
What's in there? One thing I don't know where it is at the moment. Is it in it? Hold on.
Losing
Actually-
shit inside the purse already.
No, it's not in there. My wallet I just recently got and it's not in my purse, of course.
Of course.
Why would it be there? Which is really cute, actually, but I won't show it to you guys because I don't have it, and I'm not going to go run for it again. But yeah, purses, they're fun. I had this one other purse that I loved forever. It was great.
Oh, I just love purses because like you can fit so much stuff.
Yeah, you shove your shit in there.
And my
real quick.
wallet's like not one of those like small square ones. Like it's a long one. So like
I have a long one too. Yeah.
like what are, wow, fine. I'll show you it if you want to know so
I'll get
bad.
mine too. Hold on.
So funny. So funny. It's trying to rain today. How do we get onto this? Let's show each other our wallets. Oh, Jesus. Jesus.
Well, I don't know where it is right now, and it might be in the car.
So. In the car,
We'll
that's
bypass mine, but
dangerous.
I'll
They
show
might
you
break.
guys another time.
They might break into your car for your wallet. What are you doing?
No. God,
No?
the only thing that goes into cars here are bears.
True. So this is my
Honestly.
wallet.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I got this like a while
Nice.
ago.
I'm kind of like, where is my wallet? I think it must be in the car.
It's somewhere
glove box,
safe.
honestly.
Don't worry about it. It's somewhere safe.
Fine.
It's fine.
Yeah. Fun stuff. Bags, wallets, purses. They're good.
Yep, all good.
I definitely was not a purse person for a long time. I think I had I just carried like a wallet, or I would just grab what I needed, like my card or whatever. Stick it in
Yeah.
my pocket. So I have a random question to ask that I've been wanting to ask for a while.
Oh,
Just in general to like friend or streamer or whatever, mostly streamer. Do you do is there anything you do before stream that makes like literally no difference to who's watching you, or just to prep yourself before it? Like, for example, I always spray myself with perfume before I stream. Why?
why? I can't smell it.
It's not even this stream. It's just, I always, before I come sit down, I just like, I don't know why.
That's so strange.
It's like a weird thing. I know. Is there like, curious, because I'm like, am I the only one that does something like, that no one else will notice that I do to like pump myself up, I guess, you know? Take a pee, grab a drink, then put on lip balm in that order.
I don't really have anything.
Legit.
And
Yeah.
not
I
really.
was laughing at myself, like, I wonder if anyone else like worries about their, because I don't know. It's like I'm coming and I'm like, you know, I put my makeup on and then I like spritz myself. I don't know. Do I just want to smell myself? Smell good, or I don't know.
I don't know.
Obviously,
like,
but-
it clearly smells good if you're
Yeah.
like, hell yeah.
I was just cracking up. Like,
That's a good
I'm gonna ask
question.
Shelly, does she have anything she does before that no one would notice or realize or anything? You know, because that's one thing that I do that I kind of laugh at myself at. Like, because I'm not. It's not that it's a problem or anything. But it's more just like, why do I do that? No one smells me. It's not like I'm at a it's not like a cash register or anything. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's funny. And now I'm gonna forever think about that. Mm-hmm. Every time you go live, I'm gonna like, she just sprayed herself with some perfume.
I sprayed myself with something, a little spritzer or something.
That's funny.
Maybe freshened up my deodorant. Maybe.
She puts on sweatpants. I put on my sweatpants as soon as I get home from work.
Heck yeah. Is that even a question?
Jeans off, sweats on.
Stop, drop off, and give me them cozies.
Exactly.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. Well, before we start on any over the moon, I'm sorry, but I gotta go to the washroom, and I normally get all my business done before, but I had mac and cheese for lunch, and the dairy.
No worries.
The dairy. So do you want to? Do you want me to? Where should I go on screen? Do you want to just stay on screen and just talk with chat, or we don't have a BRB screen? It'll just be black. I'm pretty sure.
That's.
Oh,
You can.
Jordan wants to join.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Fill in.
Jordan's gonna join.
Okay. We got a guest here.
Join the stream.
It's the
Captain
takeover.
America. It's the take. He's been waiting for this.
That's not my drink.
Yeah, calm down. Don't be grabbing that drink.
Oh, look
Too
at that.
sweet for
Everything's
you.
all over the place. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I don't like this setup. So how
Hi.
is Khalees?
I'm great. How is Jordan?
Oh, he's so good.
Oh, so good. So let me see your purse.
What?
Kidding. We were just discussing purses.
No, that's her makeup. She's got her makeup next to the desk.
So do I. That's funny. Yeah. How was your day today?
Busy. We found out, we come back from lunch at 1 o'clock and we find out from Brenda that the head guys from, like, our district managers are coming.
Oh, I hate that sound of those words.
Well, normally we get, like, you know, at least 2-3 days warning, not an hour and a half. Wow. So it was a quick rush by everybody to tidy up, make sure everything's, you know, spritzed up.
Yeah. No, that's a stressful day.
Yeah.
When the head-ups come.
It doesn't bother me at all. There's nothing you can do about it. They're always going to find something to nitpick, and they do.
Mm-hmm.
So I really don't care. It doesn't stress me out. Everybody else starts freaking out.
Can't handle it.
Exactly.
We're going to get docked. Points, or I don't know how that works, but do you guys have like a point system between all your buildings? Like how everyone does or anything? Maybe not like a point system, but like...
Not really for that, but for, I guess, how they're doing money-wise. We get a monthly monthly report on that. Mm-hmm. Which...
And the last building is going to be kind of hefty, you guys were talking about, because of all the, like, trades work they were doing, right? If I recall correctly. They had never billed or something, or hadn't billed yet.
Yeah.
Or something along those lines.
Yeah. Whatever. We're not there anymore.
Yeah, but it's just I'm just saying it's things like that they have to account for. Right?
Yeah, for sure. And little things like that, but I don't know if Chelly told you, but the other building, after the entire time we were there, I think about 8 months before we left, the big heads from Toronto came and actually told us that for the first time since buying the building, it was making a profit because of what I was doing. Me.
Wow.
I was saving the building money the whole time and finally got a profit, and I'm very curious now what's going to happen.
Now what's happening with it, yeah.
Oh, she's coming back. She's coming back. I don't want to go.
You want to go?
Yeah, in the words of David Tennant, I don't want to go. Okay.
She's like, move, bitch.
That's your regularly scheduled person.
Hi, Jordan. And then there's Patrick.
Oh, God. Rude.
It's okay.
Patrick, are you... Now he's not going to leave. Excuse me. Excuse me. Can I have my spot? Hey. Fine. Fine. We'll fucking share then.
So funny.
We'll fucking share then, okay? It's like, no.
Mom?
Mother?
Hello?
No. Okay. He's right back there. How, bud? Hey, you.
Oh, little Patrick. Just fart on him.
He won't care.
It's like, it's warm.
Do you want to leave? Because I would like it if you left. Can you fucking go?
Just chill.
Can you just go? Wow, okay. Fuck you then, too. No. You're not going where the Xbox...
I just got put up here.
Is that where the Xbox... You're not going where the Xboxes are.
Does he still have his chair set up? Or was
Yes, he does.
Yeah, okay.
But every time I stream, he never goes inside of it. Like, he never sits on it.
Funny.
There
Yeah,
you go.
he must know.
Bye, bud. Jesus Christ.
That's so funny. Oh, Patrick. It's our week, and let's lead off the topics from there. Because we're awesome, and we are podcasting.
So the movie we're talking about today is Over the Moon, which is shockingly not a Disney nor Pixar. It's a Netflix movie. That's very much like a Disney / Pixar movie. Very similar.
Netflix, it's an animated musical. The Over the Moon.
Me.
Is that how she pronounced? I didn't notice. Yeah. So, I didn't pop up a synopsis. I'll do the synopsis just because.
Sure.
Okay. Over the Moon. After listening to stories of the mysterious lunar deity Chang'e Philippa Sue throughout her childhood, a whimsical and bright-minded young girl named Fei Fei resolves to construct a homemade rocket ship to embark on an interstellar quest to search for the goddess. However, her travel plans do not unfold quite to her expectation when her pesky stepbrother Chin sneaks onto her ship, and the two must learn to work together if they are to return safely home. Directed by Glenn Keane, Ken Jeong, John Cho, Margaret Cho, and Sandra Oh.
Ken Jeong. When I saw that he was part of this movie, I'm like, Ken Jeong can do no wrong. I love that little man. I love him so much.
So good. So
love
good.
him.
I didn't realize Sandra Oh was in this too.
Yeah, Sandra Oh voiced the goddess, like talking goddess, but then Philippa Sue voices the singing goddess, like the singing version of her, I believe.
Oh, okay.
And Philippa Sue, John Cho, the dad. John Cho is the dad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So let me just look at it, IMDb. I was about to call it IMDb because I like to call that here. So the mother is played by someone I don't know. John Cho plays the father. Kathy Ang plays Fei Fei. I don't really know who that is. The bunny has a voice, and I'm like, did the bunny talk?
No, it's like, hey.
Yeah. Yeah. Sandra Oh played Mrs. Zhang, so the stepmom then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's only in the beginning.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So should I start with my conspiracy theory? Or
Sure.
Okay, my conspiracy theory is I got nothing to back this up, so don't come for me anymore.
Coming for you.
My theory is that this started out as a Disney / Pixar movie, but they had to choose between Turning Red and this movie because they're like, we can't just have two Chinese female character leads coming out around, like, this movie is like 2 years old now, 2020, 2021.
I'm not sure.
And they're like, we can't work on in their brains the same movie, you know?
2020. Mm-hmm.
So my guess is that they passed this movie up, and then Netflix is like, this is a pretty good movie. and then they picked it up, and I bet some of the music was written, and some of the screenplay stuff was done. And I bet you it started off as a Pixar Disney movie.
I wonder. I wouldn't be surprised because it's so tight, like a Pixar movie in that way. It's
too good to be just a Netflix animated movie, I feel. I know that sounds weird.
Into it just because I'm curious, because I don't know.
And I don't know if they would announce that. We kind of took it up after they threw it out and flushed it down.
Maybe it is saying everywhere that it's Glenn Keane Productions, Illumination Entertainment, Janet Yang Productions, Netflix Animation, Netflix, and Pearl Studios. So that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that what it started as its little bud before all those existed wasn't Pixar, or maybe, bloomed.
Yeah.
And then it bloomed as a Netflix thing.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting conspiracy theory. I love it. I could see why. It's
and the
really
songs are just too good to just be a random Netflix movie. The songs are freaking top-notch songs. Like, holy bejesus.
I mean,
they were good.
From the very first start where her mom.
Those notes that she hit.
So that's where I never really like watched the beginning. I didn't know why the hell the mom died. I really didn't, because I'd be like, here, you know, like, and I got to do stuff, and then I'll come back and like watch back and forth, because that's my life these days. So when I actually sat and watched it this afternoon, I was like, that's really fucking sad.
And here's another thing.
I didn't know how she passed away.
Like the opening of the movie, they full on stole from Up. It's literally Up's opening, if you really think about it.
Is it?
Well, like,
I need to look at it again.
not like identical, but like literally you meet the family. You're like, oh, they're a nice, wholesome family. Mom falls down. Oh, mom's not doing well, and then mom dies, and I'm like, is this Up? Like,
am I watching Up suddenly?
Like, do we have the wrong movie? But the funniest thing is that you just said that, like, you always like kind of skip like the first part.
Yeah.
Like I started it. Like Jordan went out for a smoke. He comes back, and I'm like, oh, by the way, mom just died. Like, the mom in the movie just died. And he's like, okay, I was gone for like 10 minutes, but okay. But yeah.
It's true though. And like, you remember me texting you and being like, John said he wants a new mommy? And it was because we were watching Over the Moon.
Oh yeah. That makes sense now.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm like, you'll get it when you see it eventually.
Yeah.
It wasn't a huge spoiler really at that point.
Yeah.
I didn't think. And then finally watching it, you're right. It is very similar. The thing that's a little different is that.
Yeah.
Ellie does grow old, but I get exactly what you're saying. It's the same scenario of like,
bam, you're in. She's
person
dead.
Dies.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, there's not a whole lot of movies that like kind of just dive right in. Mom dies.
Yeah, because it's like you get a quick basic story of her showing Fei moon cakes and their little business in their little village, and you kind of go over like, you know, this is our little safe space.
Dynamic, yeah.
This is our little love, our little dynamic of family. We go to our little pier at a little pond, and we have lunches, and then mom's sick, and anyways.
Like, I seriously felt like I sat there and I'm like, I know what you're trying to do, movie, but like you're like my first thought was like you're literally no Up. I'm sorry, but it is sad, but you're not Up. Like, Up is devastating.
It's so. I mean, that's like one of the best movies ever. I love
so
Up.
good. Kevin the dog.
Amazing. I love them. They have some really good shorts, actually, of Mr. Fredrickson and and the dog. I think it's Doug the dog, and Kevin is the bird.
Kevin's the bird. You're so right.
I'm like, wait, is it Kevin the dog? I'm like,
no,
sitting here thinking about this.
You're right. Kevin's the bird.
Kevin's the mom bird too.
Yes.
Because
yeah.
Anyways, I love Up. It's one of my favorites, but
it's classic.
It's like so good. And then, anyways, real life Up lady in the city.
Yes.
Ended up dying. Did you hear that? Did you read that story? She ended up dying.
You told me about that.
Yeah, she ended up dying, and they ended up using her house as a museum.
I think we talked about it during our Red
maybe
episode.
A little bit, huh?
I think we did talk. We did talk about it. Maybe.
Yeah. Anyways, Over the Moon.
Over the Moon. So then I got my notes of like the storyline, so I don't fuck it up.
Go ahead.
So so it itself for some reason on OBS. Don't do that, OBS. I hope we didn't. OBS. I hope we didn't lose too much because I just saw that it's grayed out. It's in color now, so
that's okay.
Hopefully we don't have any problems. So then. Like Fei-Fei's like all ready to make her like moon pies with her dad with the fillings that her mom used for the fillings, and then all of a sudden, I thought it was my headset. Oh no, my browser. Silent about other streamers. Okay, it was about 3 minutes. God damn it! Jesus Christ! For fuck's sake, we're professionals here. God damn it!
We're great. It's fine.
It's fine. I'll just edit it out or just. I'll figure it out. I'll just voice dub it.
We'll just put it. Yeah. Well, no, we'll just put like a little, text like
I'll dub
OBS
it.
muted us. Leave it on Streamlabs, even though we don't use it.
That's okay. I will.
Just kidding.
So yeah, so the way that this little girl finds out that her dad's essentially engaged to this other person / dating this other person is that the dad's like, hey, we should like use like these red beans in these these cakes, and like Feifei's like, hell no, we're gonna use mom's stuff because this is mom's thing. And then this lady's like, oh, well, where I'm from, we use this. And Feifei is like, I don't care.
I don't care what you're doing.
I don't care.
No. She goes, oh, can we try the dates? And Feifei goes,
Dates.
I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to dates. And like walks away with her plate of like mooncakes. Like, don't even try.
Like, I want to know if that was legit the first time that Feifei has met this woman. Because it felt like it.
That bothered me a lot today when I was watching it. And I think I actually wrote that down. I wrote, just meeting new mom and finding out they are getting married with a...
I had a mom died line for like 4 years later. Dad's I'm a girlfriend. What the fuck?
Like, huh?
Like, how about you?
4 years goes by, but can you show us how they like have their like, at least show it like a little clip of them meeting, or something, and showing that she has a kid.
That she's not some random friggin' lady that shows up and is like, let's put dates inside of the moon pies.
Yeah. And Feifei's like, I
was literally offended for her.
Also,
yeah,
that was interesting because Feifei was eyeing her hard during the family dinner with all the family members that no one else seemed to notice or care.
Yeah,
how come Feifei was in the dark this whole time.
Yeah, I was really upset for her.
Her dad doesn't say anything.
I don't know. I feel like that we missed a big portion of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there was more to that, but they just kind of failed at telling that story.
They needed all of the moon lady, whatever her name is.
Chang'e?
What is she referred to as, though? Like the moon goddess or something?
Yeah, she's the moon goddess.
The moon goddess, yes. I feel like they focused almost too much on her love story.
Yeah.
In that way. I wanted to know more about Feifei and why her dad didn't present... I mean, we're the adults. Kids aren't going to care. But, like, in my vision of this movie, like, I want to know why Feifei
was just finding out then
know that she has a potential stepmom in her life.
And that has a kid. Seriously? Like, we didn't have any pre-meetings to this?
Like, what?
Nah. I was upset about that whole part.
Yeah, I just felt like that was very strange.
That was...
Not enough time.
Yeah.
Not enough time to prep that.
4 years is enough time, but the movie failed to present that he was dating somebody. Instead, we were kind of thrown in the same boat as her. Maybe that was the point of it. But like
to put us and how she would feel.
Yeah. But at the same time, Feifei should have met her before this big family dinner.
Yeah. Did she? I think she came over once, but it was hint. Did she come over? But we didn't meet Jin. We didn't meet Jin till the dinner night.
Yeah.
Or before the day of the dinner night, right?
Yeah, like what the hell?
I'm trying to remember because
I think I think for the people making this movie, they just so desperately wanted to push forward the whole moon stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they were just trying to rush it along and be like, she's upset, okay? Just get to the moon.
She's gonna get there.
Yeah. My notes, sorry, just laughing. Is that I wrote, because, like, this woman is just obsessed with her fucking dates. And I wrote, bitch, get over the dates. Because she keeps trying to push these dates on her. And I'm like, let it go. Like, she doesn't want your friggin' dates. My God, I got really mad about that, actually, judging by my notes. I got really fierce about that. And then, like, they announced the son announced that they're practically engaged, and I'm like, what?
No, he says straight up, I'm going to be your new brother.
How does he know, but she doesn't?
Like, where is Feifei?
I just
What is she doing?
making
Where's her
moon
dad?
pies apparently, and he's off screwing some random lady in town.
Like, honestly. And, like, how old is she at that point? She's got to be close to a teenager, right?
I-
10
I'm-
to 14, somewhere in there, probably.
That's my guess, honestly.
Right?
Yeah.
Because she's probably between 5 and 6 or 7 when she's little. So that makes sense.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
wonder how old she is.
So I did make a note of like the animation in this, like just of their face alone. It kind of creeped me out. Their faces weren't. I don't know. Something threw me off about their faces. And one thing that I made a specific note is like their eyelashes were way too thick. Like her eyelashes were like a caterpillar on her eyelid. And I'm
Yeah,
like, that's
yeah.
way too thick.
Way too much.
Way too much. Like, I literally made a note about that.
Like, I don't like this. I'm, like, looking up pictures of it, too, just to... No, you're totally right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like her ears are so big too. And I'm like,
Yeah, they all have really large, like, spread out ears.
yeah.
It's the way the art is of the movie.
Yeah. It was throwing me off. That's for sure. The art of the movie.
See, I thought it was beautiful, but it was just like, I think what
Yes.
the problem is you so want it to be that you are thinking you're watching a fucking Pixar movie.
Yes.
And it's not. So it's
Yes.
like everything's just a little off.
like
but it's
everything's
beautiful.
great. Everything's beautiful and stunning. It's just their faces really like threw me off. Like I had
Yeah.
problems with their animation of their faces.
Yeah,
But
I
that,
can feel that.
like rabbit was hella cute. That little white
Bungie.
rabbit. Oh my god, Bungie. Bungie's so damn
I
cute.
made sure to write down Bungie's name, and I also love Chin's frog. When
Yes.
they first get to the moon,
What's the frog do?
he's dancing like this.
Oh.
He's like getting into it.
Yes.
It's so fucking cute. I was like, that little frog. Anyways, yeah. So I can agree. I think we have to also understand it's like the production studios, this and another.
Yeah.
I just can't say that they can compare to something that has been established
I totally agree.
like Pixar and Disney.
But the music though, I almost feel is maybe
Literally the only reason this movie's good. Sorry. Just
it
kidding.
is. But like the music is just so top notch. And it's not just
What
the
was
music,
your favorite
like
song?
the Moon Goddess song, like when she first like enters. Like, hell yeah, I'm there for it. I am so
Love
there
it.
for her.
I love it.
And that song also made me think of this Chinese song, this like Chinese pop song that I used to play quite a bit. I'm gonna have to look up who's the singer now and what song it is, and I will send it to you. And I'm like,
Okay.
I swear they took like inspo from this song because it's just very similar.
Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
It's such a. I mean, all the music in the movie is just literally
Yes.
top notch. It's so good.
So the way that she gets to the moon, though, she uses that tiny track, and I'm like, and Jordan asked me, did she build that tiny like there's a big track, then a tiny one? Was the tiny one already there, or did she build that tiny track? And if she didn't, why did they build a tiny track?
So I'm wondering because I can't confirm this, but I know what you're talking about. So earlier in the movie, before she finds out who her new mom is,
Yeah,
Jordan, I agree, because she was she was delivering mooncakes or selling them. Right?
Yeah,
Stacked
to-
mooncakes on the
like
back of her bike.
to the workers. Yeah,
Yeah, and they and she was there and she got all excited about. She's a science nerd.
yeah,
Super into it. So, I feel like if I was to go back and look at that scene, maybe we'd see a test track or something
Yeah.
along those lines, or maybe like a Hall
Jordan's
Supplies long
That's
line.
a good idea,
Yeah.
Jordan.
That easily, I agree with that theory
Yeah.
for sure because that makes the most sense
that makes
to
a lot
me.
more sense now. Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly didn't look into that enough to answer that question, you know?
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
But I think that would be pretty consistent of a good theory.
So yeah, Fei, like, she built her rocket ship to the moon. She uses this tiny track thing with like the magnets to propel her fast, and then she gets up to the sky, and then her spaceship's falling because her stepbrother is like, I snuck onto the spaceship, and she didn't
Followed you,
and she didn't think about the weight of this fucking kid and him and his frog. So then the spaceship's falling, and then all of a sudden this like beam comes down, and I'm like, oh my god, what's happening? Aliens!
they're coming for us.
Seriously. Yeah, so then she gets beamed up to the moon, and then those Chinese dogs or lions. I never know if they're lions or dogs.
I think they're chow chows. I think they're chows.
No, there was a chow chow, but then those animals are like part of
dragon...
like Chinese.
Yeah.
But I always forget if they're lions or dogs. I always forget that.
I think
they're lions. I think they're supposed to be lions. Yeah, so the dogs helped them because they crashed the spaceship on the moon. Granted, the spaceship was built by a child, so it's not the most sturdy thing in the world. But yeah, these like dogs
didn't give me anything. That was whack.
whack ass.
See, I thought they were dogs, but now that you say it, it's like a dog lion, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what made me feel like it was a chow chow because
the chow
they're
chow
very similar.
The chow chow in the story was the dog that bit the moon.
Right.
So
That's true.
so there is a chow chow in
You're
like
right.
in the movie, but
Yeah.
those animals are part of like Chinese like history and crap like that. The Chinese guardian lion. Thank you, guardian lion. There we go. Jordan's
they're
got
lions.
They're lions. They're not dogs. I always
sense.
thought like they kind of look like dogs. Let's be real.
Well, and how they acted, the one of them licked Fei when she got there. Like lions, I doubt are gonna be licking me now. I don't know what lions are licking, but you know.
Yeah, so I wrote dead on moon because the kids like technically die on the fucking moon, and the lions bring them back to life with their magic breath.
Yeah, they essentially burp on them.
Yeah.
And then purple. That actually made me laugh. I don't. Oh yeah, and I was like, I wrote the dogs actually, the lions playing with the ship and rocket, no helmets after crash. Sus.
Yeah, same.
And then right after that, I was like, I wrote dog breath, but it should be lion breath because for the whole time I'm just thinking they're chow chows. I did not put into the fact that they were lions. But yeah, and then they like come back to life. That totally cracked me up. I was like, okay. I feel like we're dreaming, right?
Yeah,
like
honestly.
Like she's not really in this, really.
Yeah.
I feel like she's just having a dream, personally.
I feel that that's a strong possibility that she
You
ran
know?
away and like
Passed
knocked
out
like
in the field,
like knocked her head or something.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
personally feel like the whole thing didn't happen, and that the
she's
whole
just
thing was
going
real.
through a crisis, like
Yeah,
kind of, and this is what she's going through in her head.
yeah.
Obviously, like Ron. I mean, it's not going to really work out this way. The moon's not like that. We know that. So, well, actually, doing.
No. So
Go ahead.
So Chang'e's pop star on the moon to our little goop alien crybabies. I get how else do I explain the goopy things on the moon?
Like, what are they?
Well,
well,
it's her tears turn into
Right.
the little goopy things.
and aren't the goopy things? They're moon pies, I think.
Well, like there's
But, like,
there's
squishy.
moon pies. There's 3 moon pies, and then the
Yeah.
crowd in the concert is the goopy things. And
Yeah.
once you find out that the goopy things are actually her tears turned into beings, I guess. I thought about it, and I'm like, wow, those are a lot of tears that she must have
and
cried
she's
on that moon.
been separated from her love of her life, right?
Hoi, I think his name was. Yeah. Next page. hugs a goddess. Like, she just runs up and friggin' hugs her. Like, the balls on this kid. Like, I was like, damn, you're just gonna run up and hug this goddess? You don't know if she's a good goddess or, like, a bitch.
To me, the goddess, like, pointed right at her, and she was like, you, as she was, like, singing or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure, but then she kind of, like, just breaks the kids down really hard.
Yeah, she's kind of mean to them.
Hello, Browdy. I'm not the biggest fan of the goddess, but I get why she is the way she is, because she's so broken. She's literally just a broken person.
Yeah.
Like trying to beat down Chin with the pinball or ping pong game.
That was
That's
hilarious.
one of my favorite
that was
songs,
fucking hilarious.
I mean, I can't. It's so good.
And
not
then,
jumping too far ahead either.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely not. So then she's talking that, like, she has a gift, and I'm sitting here going, what? Is it gonna, like, it's gonna be her heart? Is it gonna be, like, there has to be some sentimental thing. And then Fei, like, in my notes, I guessed what the gift was. And
did you guess it right?
I actually did guess it right.
Nice.
Because I remember, so back on up, the stepmom, or the future stepmom, because they were talking about how Fei Fei's a really big fan of, like, the moon goddess story and this and that. The stepmom flat out says in her family, they say that they're related to Hoi. She flat out says that during like, she said that during the whole when, like, Fei, when the aunties are, like, kind of shit talking this whole story, and then Fei is, like, kind of getting pretty pissed about it. And the stepmom says that her family believes that she was part of part of his line. And I'm like, that's gonna come in, like, into play at some point.
Yeah.
And then
I didn't catch that.
Yeah. So then the stepmom gives Fei this moon pie, which she promises doesn't have dates, and I'm sitting there going, bitch, if this moon pie has fucking dates in it, I swear to God. So my guess was the moon pie has to tie into that, because this whole story, there's a lot to do with this moon pie, or the moon pies, because the three helpers for this goddess is moon pies. Yeah. They're shaped as moon pies.
That's what I was saying. Yeah. They're the three little helpers.
Yeah. So spoiler: the gift is inside of the moon pie, because later on she goes to eat it, and she pulls out this, like, jade piece, and it's part of, like, the jade thing that the goddess has, so she can summon her love. And I'm like,
And the saddest part is Fei loses something really close to her that was a representation of her mom, which was one of her dolls that she had with her forever, looking for this gift for this moon goddess.
And then it gets friggin' wrecked because of those
the Angry Birds.
The chicken goops.
I called them Angry Birds when I was watching it, because they reminded me of literally the Angry Birds. There's a big fat blue guy, even though they're not blue in the game, but they're the big black. It's like the big bomb black guy.
Yeah,
and there's, like,
they are angry chickens.
Yeah, they're like all little angry birds. Remind me of that game series or whatever.
Rip.
Yeah, they're just rip that game.
Like, is that even a game still? Like, can you get it on your phone still?
Oh yeah.
Damn, I've been playing for years, probably.
Pay to play, I think. Kind of. I mean, you can play it, but you're gonna get further if you pay. It's like all mobile games, you know.
Yeah. Sucks. So Fei brings, like, these chicken globs back to the ship to get this doll. Of course, the chicken globs betray her and just take the doll and leave her literally on the fucking moon. And what's she supposed to do? And then we meet the cutest little guy ever, voiced by the wonderful Ken Jeong, this, like, slime dog thing. Is he a dog?
Creature. We don't even know.
The whole time I thought that, like, I think you're a glowing, gloopy dog, but I don't know.
A seal, like a moon
a seal, a baby dragon. I don't know what you are, but it's voiced by Ken Jeong, and, like, I'm like, oh, it's Ken Jeong. He's gonna do what he does best, and he's Ken Jeong, and he had a little song, and I'm like, first of all, bro, I didn't know that you could sing. Like, he was hitting some notes, and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't know that you could even sing at all.
I know, right?
And then
I love it.
And then I looked it up because I wanted to know, like, because I'm like, did like the actors who voiced the characters sing the characters as well? Because I was just very curious about that. And like Ken Jeong, like it talked about his little song, and he's like, he said that he tried really hard because he knew how, like his little song that he has, like it's a really important song to the story, so he didn't want to screw around. He wanted to do it right, and I'm like, I can appreciate you. Like,
I absolutely appreciate that.
Yeah, and his character is so goddamn cute. I don't remember what's his name.
Gobi.
Gobi, that's his name. I loved him. He was so good. One of my favorite maybe my favorite one in the whole movie is him. He melts my heart. I agree.
He was one of my absolute favorites as well.
Yeah.
When Gobi comes in, okay, so when he gets his first entrance, by the way, pops in. It's been a real. I'm terrible at movies, but isn't that a mock-up of E.T. in a way? Where he's like rolling out with like something on him or some type of something. Am I tripping or am I just like thinking too far into that? Like how he was like on a little cart, like rolling out of the rocket ship with like a blanket over him. And then after that, it's like pretty much maybe not E.T., but it kind of reminded me of E.T. in a way.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Maybe
I just got the E.T. vibes. But Gobi is adorable. Like I can't. Like
I'm gonna pull up a picture of Gobi because like
you
literally need to.
And it wasn't allowing me to through Stream Elements because it was like that's the wrong file type. So I got annoyed. So and I didn't want to like be like I'm not listening. I'm listening, but I was trying to throw a picture of him up.
like at first I'm like, oh, it's just an annoying sidekick. Like. He's gonna probably be really annoying, but nah, he like was friggin' adorbs,
so cute.
And I love him so much, and I didn't expect to like even like him that much. Where's my Wawta Picture Podcast file? Now I'm just gonna.
So funny, I do the same thing.
Gobi. Just because I need to show you all how friggin' cute he is.
Need context to this.
So, like, look at him. Look at him. He's
you can
so.
put him down under us if you want.
I love him. Yeah, he can be like he can hang out the rest of the stream with us. He's cool. Just. It was a character that I thought was going to be so annoying, but he like stole the show. I
relate. I agree. I agree completely.
I thought that he was going to be a pain in the ass.
And this is the moment where she finds
the jade piece
that we were talking about. So really cool. This scene cracks me up because Gobi's just a toddler. He's like sitting there going through all of her stuff and the pen falls out and it rolls off the moon and he goes, oh, here's the map. It's okay. And he's like,
and then he starts eating the map, and he's like, "This is a really good map." Cracked me up.
I love that little guy. He's so cute.
Oh man.
I would like to also bring up the rabbits falling in love.
Yeah, Jade
rabbit,
Jade and Bungie. Hell yeah. That poor really Jade guy. The stress he must have been feeling to get that like potion. Like, poor little guy. Like, he's so just a bunny.
But he loved her, too. Like, he just was, like, all about keeping the goddess happy. I mean, that's so heavy. And then, anyways, go ahead. I want to continue with your notes.
So then they get back to the goddess. And, one more little thing. Like, Gobi said that he got banished because of the song he sang. What was wrong with the song he sang? I clearly was missing something. Why was she pissed about the song and then banished him for that? Like, I don't feel it was justified. I don't understand why.
The lyrics.
I don't know that she glows and, like, it's a nice... He's not being mean to her. He says that she's special and she glows. Essentially, I don't know.
Because she's too depressed?
Oh, maybe, but like, That's not fair.
I agree.
But I guess when people are sad, they lash out at other people. Maybe that's the moral of the story.
Because, I mean, she does it. Doesn't she do it to Feifei? And then, like, she lashes out at her in a sense.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
And
she
then
kind of does essentially.
She gets kind of pissed off with her, and then she like treats Jin as if, or Chin, excuse me. I kept thinking he was Jin the whole time, and then I watched the movie today. I was like, it's Jin.
It's Jin.
Fuck. I could have, because every time I hear that song, I always think she's saying "Sweet Jin," and I actually heard it for the first time. I'm like, oh my god, I've been fucking saying it wrong this whole time.
That's hilarious.
Anyways, yeah, dude, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the goddess. I'm gonna be straight up. I don't like her character at all.
Like, I understand
Personally.
the reason she did her things. It's just, you like, you have great songs. Yeah, that's great, but you're still an asshole.
Yeah, she's the asshole.
Yeah, she is the
Yes.
asshole in this
Yes.
story. So Feifei and Gobi get back to the goddess, and they just give her the jade piece essentially, and then
Here.
they just give it over. She connects them, and then the rabbit has the potion because the bunny helps. Bungie helps him figure that crap out. When they're falling in love, and Hoi shows up, and we have a wonderful music moment.
It was
But
beautiful.
he can't come back, and he's still dead, and he can't stay with her, which was her whole mission, was to bring him back, bring him to the moon so they could be together. And how long has she been up there hoping for this?
Like
Thousands of years?
at least 3,000, wasn't it? I heard at one point.
Yeah, something like that, maybe.
I'm pretty sure
And she's
at
been
least.
just hoping on this lie. And
Just
I don't know. I just felt like that was extremely cruel of the movie, of Hoi, of I don't know who to blame, but that was just so cruel, I found.
whoever told her that was gonna work is just
Yeah.
fucked up.
Because, like, she's been waiting this whole time, and he's like, surprise, I can't stay. And then she falls into, like, a depressive state again, which I'm like, I don't blame you, lady.
I don't blame her.
Like, you just got your heart broken after you thought that this would solve the problem. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I just thought that was very cruel, and I didn't like it.
I think the moral. Hi, John. I think the moral of the story is that of that part of that is that you have to accept.
Yeah.
This is a big story of death and accepting it.
Yeah.
Like Feifei too.
Yeah.
Like she goes through her crisis, chops her hair off. She's like, nah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with chopping your hair off, of course, but like
but she did it because
herself, and she did it because she was healing from the loss of her mom, and so on and so forth. And the biggest issue with the moon goddess is that she is not letting go. Mm-hmm. She's not recovering from her loss.
Yeah,
she's holding on to every fucking string she can.
And then she fell into this like sad dome where like nobody could come through, but Feifei could, and I think it's because Feifei lost her mom, so she knows that depth of sadness, and that's why nobody else could go through it because they've never dealt with it. Like I don't know how I don't know where Chin's dad is, but like.
Fair.
He's clearly
that's relevant too, maybe.
Yeah, I don't friggin' know. Maybe like we have no idea where Chin's dad is. He like he could have left. He could have died. Don't know. Chin's a weird kid. Like I don't know. I don't know.
He's little, just like the dad said. He's like 8 years old, right? I think, or something. So he's just a little guy.
Yeah.
Running into walls and shit because he's got all those powers to break them.
Dude, as I told him, I was like, I'm a Jordan. I'm like, this kid is gonna die young. Like, if he keeps doing shit like that, like he'd run full on into a wall. I'm like, you're gonna get like concussed, and you're gonna die.
Oh my god! I told John that today. Like, not literally those words, but I was just like,
you shouldn't do that.
Here goes Chin ramming himself into the freaking wall. Yikes! Not
Careful,
safe,
because John might start doing that.
Yeah. Well, no, he thankfully he Thankfully, he's bonked his head enough to where I think he doesn't really want to do that. But you never know on his mood. You're right.
Yeah.
Never know.
You never know.
Point it out.
So yeah, Fei goes into the sad realm. The sadness like kind of like overtakes her, which understandably because she's like a child still. And then the goddess realizes that this kid needs help. So then she kind of gets out of her own funk, I feel, just to help her. And then I can't remember, but they just kind of just break out of the sadness dome. But I can't remember exactly why.
So
I watched this last night and
can't recall if it's connected to. So Fei ends up seeing her mom.
Yes, in the sadness
now, is
dome.
that so? And then Chin actually does break through his little cell and comes and gets her. Yeah, that's yeah. But Fei is doing her. Yeah, they're all in that sad, dark, me area. But what I want to make, because you pointed out something I didn't pay attention to, in which the stepmom, Chin's mom, is the family of
Hoi.
Say the name again. Hoi.
Hoi. Oh, maybe that's why he could break
She's
through it.
meant to be there. They all don't know that. That's why that makes that full circled for me. I'm like, oh, that's why Chin's there.
Yeah.
Because Chin is oblivious. He's showing Fei that like she was once this. You were once, playful and oblivious to whatever and blah blah blah. And then with the stepmom, I wish I knew her name. I can't think of her name right now.
Mrs. Zhao, Mrs. What's her character? One sec. I'm gonna figure this out. Her name is Miss Zhang. Her name is Zhang.
Miss Zhang. Okay. Miss Zhang. I don't know, because we're like assuming this is a big dream, right? Because realistically the kids aren't going to the moon, but
maybe
that's
they are.
a connection there. Like fact that Fei mom had to die, which sucks, just in order for the moon goddess to let go from the other piece of the essentially.
I think in the dream, if this is a dream and it's Fei's dream, Fei is the the moon goddess essentially in the dream. She is the moon goddess. She is learning to let go of her grief by watching it in the moon goddess, which is her. If that makes sense.
I completely get what you're saying. Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think
it's a lesson of learning to heal. Mm-hmm. I think from loss and accepting the new that's coming towards you.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I don't know.
So the moon goddess gets out of her funk. She gets happy, and then all of her gloopy tear friends come back, and the moon brightens up again. Fei and the whole gang go back home, except for, of course, the whole moon people. Bungie chooses to stay, which I'm like, you little fucking traitor. Like, what?
That's kind of fucked up.
I disagree that Bungie stayed on the moon.
I agree with your disagreement 100%.
I was just shocked. I was also shocked that Bungie chose to go with Chin on Chin's little side quest, and Bungie chose Chin over Fei. Whose bunny is she?
Yeah,
she's Fei-Fei's.
You're so right.
Fei was going through a lot, but that's when she needed Bungie.
You're right.
I don't know. I feel Bungie's as cute as she is, she's a bitch.
She's super cute, but she also ditches Fei in the beginning to go to the funeral or to that little deck or whatever. So that bunny has been on a mission from the start. That bunny has always just been...
That bunny's sus now.
All the sus. Because the mom gives the bunny to Fei.
Yeah.
in the beginning.
Or no, doesn't the dad give it?
After. You're right. No, yeah, after she passes
bunny,
away. You're right.
Yeah, the dad gives the girl the bunny after
Sorry,
mom passes.
Yeah, my bad.
Dog lions take them. Yeah, so my big thing was like, how are they going to get home? But then like the dog lions kind of like spaceship them home. And like the picture of the goddess like gets burnt up because at first I'm just like, you're gonna accept that, Feifei, after you've just accepted your life now? And then of course like the picture burnt up, and I'm like, okay, cool, we're gonna accept what's happening in life, and you're not actually gonna try and break up your dad and Miss Zhang.
Which is important, I think, because
yeah,
I don't know. The moral of the story was really good.
Yeah, I agree.
I think.
And the songs were 100% top. Like, I would watch it again purely for the songs.
Yeah, I mean, the soundtrack's on Spotify. You wouldn't even have to.
I've been listening to it all day.
In mind. Yeah.
All day I've been listening to that. Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm like, the person that voices, like, the goddess, she was actually in, the musical, Hamilton. She was one of the sisters. I don't know enough about that musical, but I know that she's in that. And then
cool.
Listening to it, like I'm like, I know that friggin' voice. Where is it from? And then I googled it. I'm like, she's from Hamilton. That's where she's from. But all in all, good movie. Not great, but good. Music, great.
Literally. I think that's the biggest reason when I watched this movie for the first, like when it first came into our world here, I was like, Chelly's going to love this movie for the music purely. I guarantee she's going to love this fucking music. And I remember telling you about the movie.
Yeah, you did.
Months ago.
Yeah.
And I'm just so glad you finally got to see it, because you're right. It's not fantastic. It's not phenomenal. It's not out of this world, out of the charts, whatever. The music is better than most Disney music, I feel. I agree. Because, like you said, they're very diverse with adding different language, especially language native to the actual story. You don't get that. Like, I'm going to jump back to Encanto real quick. There is no reason they couldn't have added a couple Spanish words mixed into the song. But I get why, because they are who they are. But
of course they have, like, the words, like, Encanto and like this and that, but I'm like, the songs in this movie literally they sing in the language and then switch to English. Like, I don't know, they're just not comparable.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you're right. It's not comparable. But I will, like we said, we have a full agreement on music top notch. If you don't want to watch the movie, I highly recommend at least checking out the Spotify or the soundtrack. They have it on Spotify.
Yeah.
Over the Moon soundtrack. It's great. Great soundtrack.
Great.
I mean, just really. Chin's song is amazing. We hysterically laugh every time because it's just spot on. There's a spot where he's like,
when he's making the fart noises.
So fucking, we love it. We
I
always
laugh so
cracking up. Yeah. And she gets pissed because she's
livid.
Beating me.
She's livid. She wants to beat him up.
I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm the one that's making everyone come together.
Yeah.
Because he is kind of, when you think about it. He's a little shit, but his dorky, like, carefree flow is exactly what's unexpectedly bringing everyone together and having closure. And that's like the most important part of healing from death, is having closure from it too. Because there's some, fuck, Feifei's probably mad at her mom at points too. Like, why'd you get fucking sick? Like, what the hell? You know? Like, I don't know. There's a variance of feelings and emotions that can come out of a situation like that. So the idea of the story, the concept of the story, I get what the lesson of the story was. That was all great. All in all, like you said, the movie wasn't it wasn't how I felt with Turning Red, for example.
Yeah.
Because that hit me like pretty, the songs and stuff weren't necessarily nearly as good.
Well, no, because Turning Red didn't really have songs. They had
it had Four Town or whatever.
Jordan Fisher. Fort Town?
Four Town was the fake band in it.
John
wants to go see a Four Town concert
and
now, and I'm like,
I've seen like merch of like that band, and I'm like, I want that sweater, bro.
like, can we just have this band, please? Because my kids want to go see them.
That's adorable.
Not even kidding.
That's
John's
so
like,
cute.
Well, we went and saw Gojira, and he was like, I want to go see Four Town. He, like,
Oh
knows.
my god.
Yeah, he wants to go see. Anyways, Ella sings, oh my, never not on my side. She sings that song all the time.
Nice.
I'll just hear her like randomly singing that one of those Four Town songs.
Oh
Anyways,
my god.
yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah. And I'll send a video of you next time. I'm going to give it like a week or so. Next time we throw on Over the Moon, I'll shoot a picture, or maybe I'll play the soundtrack or something. That's actually a good idea. And I'll send a video of what they do when that song comes on, when the goddess first comes out.
Yeah.
Because my kids crack me the fuck up. They love music so much.
Yeah.
They get so into it. Oh, cracks me up. Ella's like spinning.
Nice.
Especially when the music drops and she's like coming up with her really long dress.
Yeah.
She's like spinning. Ella's like standing. She just spins that entire time. Fucking kills me. I love it. Anyways. Yeah, great movie. I can agree. Well, not great. I shouldn't say it. Good movie, great music. That's where I was going at. Completely agree. I completely agree. Yeah. It's not Pixar, but
No.
Netflix did an okay job.
Yeah, totally.
I will say. And I like your conspiracy theory. I do. I think I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I just feel like that they had to choose between the two movies because they're both Chinese based essentially. Mm-hmm. And they just chose to go with Turning Red. That's my theory.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like it. It's a good theory. Fei. Just like her like anger in the whole part of the movie. I just want to like hug her.
Yeah.
You know?
I
just
felt
wanna, like,
so
give her
bad
love.
for her when like they're like the aunties are all like making fun of her because she still believes like in this goddess, and I'm like, she's like 12 or 13, 14. She's allowed to. Like, God, you guys are so fucking judgy. But like they're also like
embrace it.
They're also like the aunties, so like they're like they want you to grow up and shit. Like,
Yeah, they don't want you to stay young.
no.
You know, do something with your life.
Yeah. Jeez. Well, she went to the friggin' moon, so.
Now what?
Now what? What's she supposed to do now?
Built myself a rocket. Took these animals. My stepbrother.
Yeah.
Saw the moon goddess myself. Hose.
Exactly.
Oh, Faye. Yeah. And that was also another thing. Faye, May.
Who's May May?
Turning Red.
Oh, yeah. The double names.
Yeah. Not like that matters, but it's just like they're literally almost the same name.
Exactly.
Like, I mean,
yeah, seriously.
So you made a good point with that conspiracy theory. John actually pointed that out first. And
Really?
I cracked up because he was like, Mommy, Faye? Like, or no, because we watched Over the Moon first.
Yeah.
Because Turning Red hadn't come out.
Yeah.
Then when Turning Red came out, he was like, May? Like, he's like, but Faye? Like, he was like really confused because he was like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah, there's the same name. It's like Tim and Jim. It's, I mean, in a way, you know, it's the same in that, you know, it's like,
yeah.
He was all confused and that kind of cracked me up. I'm like, no, it's just different name.
Yeah.
Different letter. It's okay. Calm down.
Well, maybe John's going to become a little conspiracy theorist.
Maybe. Oh my gosh, my kid. Yeah. I liked it.
I
liked it.
Yeah.
I'm glad you liked
Good
it.
pick.
I'm
Good
glad
pick.
that you enjoyed it. Thank you. It was all, yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, pretty okay pick, but
It's kind of funny because like we're recently we've been having like an Asian theme because we started with like Turning Red, and then you wanted to watch memoirs of a geisha, which is not on the Canadian on Netflix, but I swear it used to be because I freaking saw it a few months ago. I swear.
it probably was.
And then it's gone, and then we decided on this one. So we've kind of had like a Asian themed movies recently.
Thank Jeebus. You don't like Memoirs of a Geisha?
He thinks
that movie's great.
He thinks it's boring.
I mean, I could see why you'd think it was boring.
Yeah.
Because it's not for everyone. I thought the story was great. It starts off heavy.
What's a good movie, Jordan? In Life Flynn. That's my favorite movie.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
No, I'm joking. It's a line from Austin Powers.
Oh, I love
When
Austin Powers, but
I
couldn't remember.
I think it's Austin Powers that like we quote that line literally almost every day. And like we've never heard of this movie or seen it, and I don't know if it's even a real movie.
I think the one line from Austin Powers I say the most is mole, mole, mole.
Mole, mole.
I can't help it. I always see Ben Savage. Is that his name? Ben Savage? I think. I can't remember that actor's name right now. Something
What?
Savage, I think. Maybe not. But Ben Savage? Is it
Ben
Savage?
Savage is in Austin Powers.
Is it Ben Savage?
Fred Savage.
Fred Savage. I was close.
Isn't Fred Savage his
Aren't
brother?
they not married?
From the
We're
Wonder
just saying
Years.
brothers. Yes. It is Fred Savage. Thank you. I'm Boy Meets World.
Fuck yeah, Boy Meets
Generation,
World. Oh
so.
my god. We recently, like not recently, but like last year we like binge watched all of it because it's on I think Disney Plus. And yeah, it's such a good show.
Is it on Disney Plus? I'll have to check that out.
Where do we watch it, Jordan? I think it was on Disney Plus. Because Girl Meets World is on Disney Plus, I believe.
Have you seen that?
No, I've not.
That's got Topanga in it, right?
It has everybody.
Does it have everyone?
Everyone
I looked a lot into it. I should check it out.
Everyone makes at least a guest appearance, I believe.
That's cool.
But I'm also like kind of scared to watch because I'm like, Boy Meets World is such a solid show. Except for Sean's kind of annoying, honestly. The last time that we watched it, I don't know, Sean really got on my nerves because Sean's whole thing is that, I don't have family, I'm all alone, and I'm like, what's the main family's name again? What are they called?
I don't remember.
What's their last name? But the main character's family has been there since the fucking beginning. He can go and stay there anytime he wants, and yet he'll still pull, I have no family. And I'm like, you ungrateful little shit. The Matthews were there.
Yeah.
Every time you needed them, and you're still gonna be, I don't have family. Nobody loves me. And it's like, the Matthews love you to pieces. And you're just ungrateful. And I know he has a shitty life and blah, 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 but he's just so ungrateful.
That's just, yeah.
I
agree.
can't, I just, this time around, I felt so annoyed by him going, they're doing everything for you.
You see it in a different light.
Yeah,
now.
because I'm an adult. Yeah,
exactly.
It's crazy. I never felt, Sean made me sad, but I never, was like, whoa, Sean. It was just, Sean.
Oh, poor Sean. It was like, he's sad today.
Yeah. Just, Sean's sad today. But yeah, man.
Sorry.
There's some episodes that every time I watch them, they will make me, cry losing my mind. Every goddamn time. Even though I know it's coming. And I'm like, this is the part where that teacher gets in a bicycle crash, and then Sean thinks that he's dead. And then I immediately just start crying because I know that that's the episode. It just I love that show.
I love it. It's been so long since I've seen it. I need to watch it again. It's good to know it's on Disney. I forget that all that stuff's on there too, you know?
Yeah.
There's just so much variety.
And with that show, they start out as literal children, and we see them grow into adults, which is mind-blowing.
Yeah, that's really cool.
They don't really do that.
No. Not anymore, really.
No.
That was our generation back then for us, a lot of child actors growing into the show.
Yeah.
Growing through the show.
Yeah, Full House, even though I do not like Full House. I don't like it.
I watched it a bit, but I I wouldn't say I'm
I
here or there.
never saw anything from that show ever. And then it was on Netflix. And Jordan's like, hey, we should watch this because we should watch like Fuller House. And I'm like, sure. I've literally never seen it. I only know like the twins are in it, and like I don't know. I didn't know that the twins played the same person. I thought that they were twins in the fucking show. That's how much I knew about the show. But the twins were so goddamn annoying when they got older. Like, holy shit. I hate them. And Joey, is that one of the uncle's names? I hate him. I hate him. Every time he was on fucking screen and he did like the Bullwinkle, I wanted to reach through the screen and literally punch him in the face. It was so annoying. And like I could go on a whole rant. We could do a whole podcast about my feelings on Full House. I'm not even kidding. Because in the beginning, they established everyone's quirks. Like the dad's a clean freak. Joey's an idiot.
Rip Bob Saget.
Rip Bob Saget. John Stamos is a pretty boy. We get it. But then later on in the seasons, they take those quirks and like multiply it by like 1 million. And like John Stamos is not John Stamos. The dad is like an obsessive clean freak. Like he's a fucking lunatic when it comes to cleaning. And I'm like, in season 1, he wasn't like this. He was like, yeah, kind of like to keep his place clean. But then to up the funniness, they made him like obsessed with it. And Joey and his fucking Bullwinkle. Oh my God. The Bullwinkle. Every time I saw him on screen, I'm just like, don't you fucking dare. Don't you fucking dare do the Bullwinkle. Don't you fucking dare. And then he does and like turn this shit off.
I can't even remember like why. I can only remember like, you know what show I like to watch was Growing Pains.
Never heard of it.
When I was younger. I don't remember who was in there exactly, but Alan Thicke was the dad, I think. His son did this his son Robin Thicke did that song. Oh yeah. Lines. I loved Growing Pains growing up. I loved that show.
Never seen it.
And I watched a little bit of Full House, but it wasn't like I was I didn't fan out on that shit. It was like, oh, this episode of this, and I would like get sucked into it. And I was a kid. Like I did watch some of the Fuller House because I remembered at least the characters and like who they were.
I can't be bothered because they pissed me off too bad. I
hated it. I hated Fuller House because. Did you? Yeah, because Kirk Cameron. There it is. Thank you. Yeah, because I didn't. I hated the story with DJ's best friend and
Kimmy was the best part of Full House. Kimmy was the best part of that whole franchise.
Don't get me wrong. I love Kimmy, but in Fuller House, it's a whole different world.
Oh no.
So
don't you ruin Kimmy.
I can't. Kimmy's great.
Okay, good.
I think it's just the fact that
DJ's horrible.
How they have her in it is weird.
Okay, fair enough.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
I mean, they have there's a story written out for it, like blah blah blah. Yeah. Explains why, but it's still whack. I'm like, I disagree, but that's just how I feel. And so I did watch a good portion of that, and there was some funny shit. It's like modern, humor for today's kind of comedy in a sense, in the past 5 years or 10 years or whatever.
Yeah. Like we didn't watch everything because we started to binge watch it because we're like, let's watch Fuller House. But Jordan's like, we got to watch Full House first, which makes sense because if I went in, I literally wouldn't know who anybody is.
That's fair.
I never saw the show. So then Full House was going to leave on Netflix. Mm-hmm. And we still had two seasons left.
Oof.
Yeah, I know. It was oof. It was an oof. So then I
don't even know how it ends.
So then we watched a couple of the second last, and I'm like, Jordan, I said, Jordan, I can't do 2 full seasons of this shit anymore. I can't do it. So we both agreed because we were both getting kind of fed up with this fucking show. Like we were getting real fed up with it. So we're like, let's watch like the last 2 of the final season. So we're like, at least we'll know how it ends.
That's so smart because you know the characters.
Yeah,
at least,
and you're literally
by that point.
not missing anything. It's literally all
it's
the
gonna
same
be the
shit.
bullshit drama over and over.
Oh,
every,
and the last 2 episodes were full of bullshit drama. Like, oh my God, because they didn't finish the show. They finished it in a way that they knew that they could be done, but they left it just in case there was another season. But they wrapped it up enough. There was nothing to wrap up in this goddamn show, okay? They could have just abandoned it and it would have been done. So then the last two were actually a 2-parter. So you do need to, like, if you do want to watch the last one, you do have to watch the last 2 episodes. And what happens was Michelle, that's the twin's name, right? Michelle? I think that's her name. Yeah, she goes like horseback riding and she falls off a horse and she forgets who everybody is. Fucking annoying, whatever. Awkward and stupid and whatever, don't care. So then they spend the time like trying to get her to remember whatever. And then in the last one, she like remembers everybody. DJ's boyfriend that she had who left previously comes back at the end of the episode. And I'm like, bitch, we're at the end of the series. Why are you coming back from college?
He was her high school boyfriend in the early parts of the show, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how it ends. That's literally the ending. And I'm like, thank the Lord we didn't binge watch those 2 seasons just to end on that.
Seriously.
Like,
I'm proud of you guys for not doing that.
I could go on a whole podcast about the reasons why I really did not like that goddamn show. Like, it started out okay because it's fresh people. You don't know them. Like, what's going on here? And my biggest beef was, how the fuck did Mom die?
Where's Mom?
We don't touch on that till like season like 5.
Weird.
Like, Mom's dead. These 2 guys are moving in. And like, because it's a 90s show and it's a kid's show, they didn't deal with grief at all. They just was like, let's just move on. Mom died, it's fine. Be happy
now
again.
In modern day, how that's changing.
Totally.
There's a lot more like, let's deal with this shit. So it's kind of interesting you point that out because that's how we grew up.
Because the whole time I'm waiting for like them to tell me how she died because I'm like, did she die of cancer? Like, what happened?
Did a car accident?
So what happened was a drunk driver hit her. Apparently, I think that's the story they finally come up with in like season freaking 5 or something like that. It takes forever for them.
Fans like calling in or writing in because of that. There wasn't a lot of email going on, or internet stuff.
And I feel like
there must have been some complaints somewhere for that.
There had to have been. And I felt like they should have done a flashback of, I think we should have met her.
Yeah.
At some point in a flashback or something. And I just feel like that they don't talk about her enough.
The way that they can do that in movies is a really beautiful way, and to where you don't even have to see them on, but you can make them feel present in that way of a flashback. They could have done something like that if they didn't even want to pay for an actress or something,
I agree.
They didn't want to put a face to it. They could have done something, left a, I don't know, family album even to go through. I don't know, anything. And
I just feel like that they didn't mention their mom enough. Like, they're going through this huge grieving process. John Stamos' sister died. Like, that's his sister. And I just feel like there wasn't enough real world grieving, but I understand it's like that wasn't a thing back then.
Yeah, no, it really wasn't.
They didn't do that. It's all about happy TV shows. Now, like, if they was made now, it would be handled completely different.
Oh, way different. It would show the accident. It would show like a...
It would show something. It would show something. Like John Stamos' character getting mad that the dad is dating somebody else after like a year, and no, John Stamos was like, yeah, you go get her, dude, and I'm like, that's your sister's husband, and I understand like times pass, but like, shouldn't you have an adult conversation of like, that's my sister's husband, and you're moving on from my sister, and like that's sad. Like, I don't know.
Something sentimental a little bit.
Seriously.
I feel you. Yeah.
Yeah.
some type of conversation. Like, are you ready for this? Are you sure?
Like, I'm sure they had something
Anything,
like that, but it was very brief, and they moved on very quickly
Yeah.
to the jokes.
Well, I guess it was like a comedy, right? In a way.
I know, but most
still.
shows nowadays.
Dramedy is what it was.
Yeah. Like, for instance, like, I'm just gonna throw it out there. This show called Last Man on Earth. I think you should definitely watch it. It's really good. It's on Disney Plus, I think. The only downside that the show isn't done and they're never gonna finish it because it got canceled, which broke our little hearts. Jordan and I like actually grieved for this show.
Aww.
And it starts out as the funniest goddamn show ever. Like, it's so funny. But they do have their spurts of sadness. And it makes sense. And they go through serious spurts and then they're still silly. But they do their serious shit. Because the show's about the last man on Earth. He's the last man on Earth. There was... Essentially, it was the COVID show before it even happened.
Wow. Okay.
Not even joking. It happened like 2 years. It started 2 years before COVID, I think. And so many things you're sitting there going, this sounds like COVID.
Weird.
So yeah, it's about the last one on Earth. It starts with him trying to find anybody else on
Oh my god.
like in the States, because it takes place in the States. And he goes traveling around the U.S. He does a bunch of silly shit. And it starts off with him just driving around with a speaker being like, hello, is there anyone out there just driving around the friggin' States, stealing shit and just having a good old time? Yeah, the funniest thing, we got her to actually watch it, and she loved it. She was living for this show. She had such a good time. But like, she was like laughing at all the jokes. Like, she enjoyed that show.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
like, it's a show. I think you guys should really watch it.
I wrote it down.
And it stars the wonderful John Forte. John Forte.
Okay.
I don't know if you know who he is, but we love him in this household. We love him. We'd love him.
I don't know his name right now, but I'm sure I'll see his name.
Yeah, you'll probably see his face and be like, that guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he wrote the show. Like, it's his.
Cool.
It's his baby.
Aww.
And we rewatch it. No, not John. Will Forte. Sorry, his name's Will Forte.
I still know who John Forte is, though.
He plays MacGruber. If you don't know who MacGruber is, Will Forte.
I'm looking at him and
you don't recognize him.
I don't recognize. I recognized.
Honestly
recognize John Forte, but I don't recognize him. But
you will know his voice. That's for sure.
I will. Okay.
Yeah, he's done a lot of voice work. He's from SNL also, like a few years ago.
Okay.
SNL.
Looking at what he's done. Oh, he's in Bob's Burger. Okay.
Yeah, he's in Bob's Burgers. Sometimes.
Scooby Doo.
He does a lot of voice work. That's for sure.
Okay. But he's in The Simpsons too.
He's friggin' hilarious. He's so goddamn funny.
That's awesome.
I love that show. I just want to watch it now.
And well, now I'm gonna definitely have to check that out.
It's
because I'm not gonna lie. I have a hard time with comedies sometimes because if they're too stupid, I have a limit of too stupid. Like, I can't handle that kind of dumb. I have no patience for it. Or it's like, I can't handle something that's too dry.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I don't know.
Give this one a chance, because he starts out as like, you sit there and it's like, really? You're the last man on earth. You're such a jerk. You're such a self-centered jerk. You're you're horrible. And then, like, spoiler it, he finds people or
okay.
slowly people join the group. And
Okay.
Jordan and I personally love Todd. We love
Okay.
Todd.
Todd.
Friggin' Todd. The toddler, as he calls him sometimes, the toddler, because his name's Todd.
That's funny. I had a coworker or a manager. I called him Toddles.
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 Friggin' Todd, man.
To his face too.
That's awesome. Yeah, I will say give it a chance because you might start
Oh, I will.
start off going, man, this guy's a complete jerk.
Like we go to when Conan and I go to bed. Like we'll either put on like if he picks a show for the night, because we'll usually watch a show, before we're going to bed or whatever. We'll put something on that is simple. That's not because otherwise we'll either I'll pass out or he'll be up for like the whole movie or and
Yeah.
we're going to bed at like 10, so we have to be like smart. But we'll put on like Stargate. I think on Kona's profile and on my profile we have literally the Great British Baking Show.
Nice.
That we have we've watched everything. Like we're like, okay, can we get some new stuff now?
Yeah.
Can you give us some new bacon stuff? But I'm so down to try something different. Like that's awesome. And then I'm huge into true crime documentaries.
And
so I
like,
like to watch it.
I will say that it does have some very sad moments too. Like I will cry at a lot of movies or shows, but like it's a show you start off and you're like, yeah, this show's never gonna make me cry, but ooh, it can get you. It gets you.
Right in the pit.
Oh, it does. It does. It makes you feel for these people, and it will get you.
Oh, I love it. That's
It's
great.
like The Office is out there, but it gets really good as they progress. Yes.
Yes. And I haven't seen full through of The Office, but I have definitely seen like episodes of it here and there, which
Once
isn't
again,
helpful. But
top notch show. Fantastic.
The Office, yeah.
Love The Office. Season 1's a bit of a struggle, but
I think that's probably why if I have to struggle through something, I
but
usually give up.
It's worth
And I'm
it
like,
though.
nah, I'm good.
It's so worth it.
I'll try again because I have tried with The
Or
Office, but like,
even just skip season 1 essentially. Like if you really want to, just skip.
because I have
it.
an idea who everyone is.
Like season 1 does have some classics that like if they tried to do it now, they would get like canceled immediately. But they're
Yeah.
so fucking funny.
Oh my gosh, that's so great.
I was like, Shelly to promise me Michael got better. Michael got better. I swear to God, Michael got better. He gets so much better. Like he grows a heart.
He kills me. I think that. But then it's like you see Homie in other movies and stuff, and you're like, I can't even hate you. I want to hate you in The Office, though.
Ah.
Like love hate. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, totally,
Like, yeah.
totally
Like, he's
makes
a
sense.
good- he's acting properly. That's what.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
But
what something
in-
Conan always goes.
yeah.
Like, if you hate that character, that person's doing a good job. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Damn it. I love that fucking guy.
Ugh,
What
so
other
good.
shows? Can't think.
Other shows. What are we watching right now, Jordan? We're watching Yellowstone. We actually finished the most recent season of Yellowstone, and then on I'm at Paramount Plus. They came out with a prequel show called 1883, which is about how the ancestors get to the ranch and their journey across essentially the Oregon Trail to the ranch.
That's rad.
This franchise that they're creating is so good.
I haven't seen any of it. Now I'm like totally into it because I loved. I mean, it was just the stupid dumb
like
game.
there's
but I love that.
there's that's the first thing I
Oregon
thought
Trail
of
game.
when when they first initially said, "Oh, we're gonna cross this," and like, "You're crossing what? You're all gonna die."
It's not gonna work. I'd always just send it. It didn't. Oh, it's on Prime. Okay, it's good to know because I have Prime.
Oh yeah,
I do not have
1883 is on Paramount Plus, but you can get it through Prime.
Oh, that's cool. Don't you
Yeah.
love that? How they give it options that you
Yeah.
can find it in other places? It's kind of nice.
What else? Russian Doll, but like we're pretty new into it, so I'm still kind of like on the fence of what the fuck the show is, because like she's in like a time a time loop, and we're on like episode 5 and she's still in the time loop, so I'm like, is both seasons gonna be in a time loop, the same time loop? I don't know.
Conan and I just started watching. I don't know if you guys have it or not, but we just started watching a game show on Netflix called Bullshit. And it's hosted by Howie Mandel. And it's like a trivia game show. I don't know if you guys are into that or not, but it's been one that's been hard for us to turn off, actually.
Yeah.
We've had to, we're like, okay, just one more episode, but we have to stop ourselves. But it's not like an obviously a show. It's just it's like more of a game show in the way they're trying to win money, but it's really fucking good. It just came on the Flicks.
Okay.
You should check it out, you guys. I mean, we were only a couple episodes in, but and it's not like a story, obviously. It's a game show, but it's entertaining if you want a quick little game show fix or something along those lines,
Nice.
And a little trivia action. It's kind of interesting. I think it's called Bullshit with an asterisk in the like this. I think. Let me we'll check with my Netflix on my phone real quick. It could just be BS. That's why I'm saying I think. It's got Howie Mandel, and he... it's Bullshit, the game show. That's exactly what it's called. We're on episode 4. No, it's on Netflix. I highly recommend if you're into that kind of shit as well. I guess we kind of watch shit that's disposable, right? These because of kids, I just realized. I'm like, we just have disposable shit.
Yeah.
But then again, it's like we got really sucked into Bloodline. I think we got discouraged, kind of like.
See,
because the second season sucked.
It was shit. Absolute shit.
Oh God, that first season we were
so good. We were on
the edge of our seats. Oh my God,
we were
whole
sucked
time.
in. They should have just
watch it.
Kept it at season 1 and then just called it just a mini or I can't remember what they called their one season shows.
I don't remember either. Like a limited series. Or something.
Yeah, that's it. A limited series.
Something along those. I see. When I hear limited series, I'm like, oh, it's going away soon. I don't think of it as it's just one
limited because it's one season. Like that totally makes sense.
They both make sense, but I always think it's not going to be there long.
Yeah, me too.
I literally always go there. Like, oh no, it's leaving. It's limited. Not because it's like, oh no, we only have one season. That's it.
Yeah.
No. Even though it makes sense. Yeah. I think that's all I have on shows that I know of because I'm whack. Do you guys watch anything on Hulu?
We can't.
I don't really. You can't?
We don't have it.
You can't just Canada can't? Or?
Canada does not have Hulu yet.
Oh, okay.
I
just didn't know.
You guys have had Hulu for so long.
It doesn't make sense.
And I don't understand how it hasn't come over here yet. I just don't get it.
I don't watch anything on Hulu. I was just curious if you... We got Hulu because we wanted Disney Plus, and it was a package deal for Disney Plus to be hella cheap.
Nice.
And it came with an ESPN app too that we don't ever use either. But it's they're all super cheap combined, so it's kind of
why not, right?
But it's I don't ever watch it, and the one that it annoys me because we pay a small fee for it. It's I don't know, $4 or $5, but that shit adds up eventually.
Yeah.
They still make you watch ads. You have to buy a bigger package to not have ads.
Get the hell out of here. No, we don't got time for ads.
Yeah. So
we're in
whack.
2022. I don't need fucking ads. Ever.
I mean, yeah. I just don't understand it. I don't and right now the big hype about Hulu is the Kardashians, which I'm not interested in. So
I've never watched that in a million years.
My mom's super into it, and so if I've ever gone to her house, which I haven't been in her house in a year, I don't think, but anytime I've gone into her house, She always has that shit on, and you can't help but like,
Watch it.
huh?
Yeah.
This is what these rich people are doing? Huh.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, they're in Tahoe.
Yeah.
Literally, that's the extent of me when I watch that dumb show.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say dumb. It's pretty dumb. It's very dumb.
It's supposed to
Try
be
to be
dumb.
nice.
Let's be real. It's supposed to be dumb. It's not
It
supposed to
is.
be like like of course there's shocking moments, but like it's not supposed to be like a serious show. It's dumb TV and it's meant to be dumb.
Surprised you think it's like people who think it's like legit that they're not scripted. You'd be surprised.
I would guess that it was 50-50. Like they are
I think it's a
like
lot scripted.
Yeah? I have no idea. I've never literally watched the show.
You can tell when I don't know. I just feel like you can tell.
Is it scripted or have they redone that
I think-
shot a couple times?
I think you could be on the right path of the 50-50, but like because they're trying to be authentic with what is actively happening.
Yeah.
But they always like, I don't know. I always see someone with a shit-eating grin because they can't act right.
Yeah.
Like,
But
I
like
just,
there's always that fight about like if like those types of shows are scripted, if like
oh, for sure.
like Top Chef is scripted, if like Survivor is scripted.
I think there's influence with the producers.
Yes,
if anything.
100%.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
They
how about
cause
you
shit.
do this? How about we do this, or
I've
yeah, you know, or
yeah,
whatever.
I know that they do that because now in the golden age of the TikTok, there's people who are on these or on these shows and they actually speak about it now on TikTok about what went down, and I'm like, this is a whole new world that we never had. Like when Survivor started out like 25 years ago, people thought that it was 100% real. They just threw them out into the wild and they got to survive. Now, you know that there's like influence and stuff, but like it's interesting because they talk about like what stuff you are allowed to bring out because like what do the women do about their periods and this and that. And they've spoken about it. And I'm like, God damn, the information that they give. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah, I agree.
And I found out that when they're kicked off, they don't go home.
Really?
They're not allowed to because then those if they're seen, they know that they got kicked off the show early.
Oh, they have to stay till the show's over.
So the people that get kicked off, they get to stay in a nice fancy hotel. They first have to go through like this psych test to make sure that they're okay because of like this and that, and then they get to like kind of just hang out in this hotel. The entire time. Because they can't get sent home because then it spoils who's sent home. And I'm like, I never thought about that. I literally thought that they all went home.
I honestly thought the same thing. So I don't know if you got involved or experienced any of like real world road rules on MTV.
I have no idea what that is.
Of that? Did you know what MTV is?
Yes.
Do you guys have? Okay.
Yeah, we got it. MTV up
That
here.
was one of the first reality shows. Not the first, but like one of the first, and it'd be like basically where you just put a bunch of random people in a house to live together. Like that's it. And I think people get kicked out.
So it's kind of like that Big Brother house thing.
I think yeah, and I can't. I'm gonna look. I don't remember what came first. Big Brother. So what came first, the chicken or the egg? It's trying to autocorrect me. Big Brother or Real World? Your Big Brother was in 1999.
Damn.
And Real World or Road Rules? I don't remember. Road Rules was like a competition type show that they had like competed with like, you know, dumb like little weird. What did they do? They had like little competitions.
I can't help you. I don't know what the fuck.
And
the show
Real
is.
World was like literally like let's just throw a bunch of random people in this big mansion and see if they can survive, and that's where the producers influenced problems, guaranteed.
Oh,
in that
yeah.
in that show. Oh, okay. So MTV aired Real World first time in 1992.
Oh,
Interesting. Okay, wait.
interesting.
Now, so The Real World aired in 1992, and then it was known as Real World from 2014 to 2017.
Okay.
Most recently aired Facebook Watch airing on MTV from 1992 to 2017. It was originally produced by a person and is developed for future seasons. Oh, it's in development for future seasons on Paramount Plus.
Oh, shit.
First broadcast was in 1992. Wow. And the show, which was inspired by the 1973 PBS documentary series An American Family, it's the longest running program in MTV history. And the longest running reality series in history, and is credited with launching the modern reality TV genre. 7 to 8 young adults are picked to temporarily live in a new city together in one residence while being filmed nonstop. Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah. I didn't realize it was back to 1992.
Damn.
Shit, I was...
It's older than
4.
me by
Wow.
by 1 year, but still older than me.
I'm surprised it's still even... I mean, I'm not surprised. I shouldn't be surprised it's still going. It's totally like the kind of show people want to see, but like you just... Also kind of just surprised.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised that it's still going.
Yeah, because I feel like Big Brother would have become the main show, because it's not just in the States. Like every country essentially has one of their shows.
Yeah.
Like Big Brother, like there's like the Big Brother. UK. There's Spain. Every country has one of those shows.
You're so right. Oh, The Miz from WWE. He was in Real World.
No.
Or maybe it was Road World. Yes, guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Before becoming The Miz?
Before he became The Miz. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I need to look that up.
That just hit me. Yes.
That's hilarious.
Yes. And Road Rules started in 1995. And it went to 2007, sadly. But a diverse group of 5 to 6 people in their late teens to mid-20s are chosen, travel together in an RV, completing missions in order to receive a handsome reward. Each season's trip takes place in a different region.
Interesting.
That's what that show was based on. That was a great show. I loved those 2 shows. Those were ones that I really liked watching when I was a kid. I also really liked Cribs too. I watched a lot of MTV when I was a teenager. Cribs was fun, where they would like go into celebrities' houses and take like
a tour.
Hello? Thank you. I wanted to say detour. I'm like, why are you detouring from what you want to say? Tours of their house. Yeah. One ridiculous celebrity had like a full-on Starbucks like hut in their house. The barista.
That's crazy.
Now, I don't know if they did that just for the show, but
probably
it was there.
Well, I will say it is almost 9:30.
Yes, we should get out of here.
I should probably wrap this thing up.
Wait, hold on. I gotta. Yeah, Real World. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. The Miz was on Real World.
That's hilarious. I need to look up them clips.
I just had to. I'll never forget when he first went in the WWE. I was like,
was that guy from the Real World?
Fucking guy from the reality show on MTV.
I love that.
Good for him though, dude. Like honestly.
I love The Miz.
Yeah, Real World. The Real World back to New York. Or back to New York. Yeah, in 2001.
That's hilarious.
Oh yeah, and then they used to do Real World versus Road Rules challenge as well. So they would put those shows and combat them.
That's so cool.
There were people who fell in love with it. There was so much drama and that shit. It was such a good show.
And like people probably banged everywhere.
Oh God, it was just nasty. It was great.
Yeah.
So funny. So yeah, The Miz. Look it up some more. You'll totally
Yeah,
die. You'll
I
love
have
it.
to find those clips.
Which I knew you'd know because The Miz and you guys do some wrestling action too.
And I love The
you guys like
Miz.
it, so that's great. Yes. Yeah, I wonder if you could probably find some like old Real
yeah.
World or Road Rules stuff on YouTube or
Oh,
something.
probably. You could probably find that.
Great fun as always, you guys. Thanks for being here. This was fantastic. I had a lot of fun talking shows and Over the Moon.
Over the Moon.
Our check-in was fantastic.
Yeah.
Y'all are just amazing.
I love this podcast.
I love it too.
I love
look
it.
forward to it every week. So next week,
Am I the asshole?
are you?
I probably
What's
am,
your story?
honestly.
I'm just kidding.
I probably got tons of stories.
I'm the asshole.
I'm the
I always just
asshole.
walk in the room. I'm the asshole. All right.
It's just gonna be me.
Yeah. So we'll do some more. Am I the assholes? Obviously, chatting about anything and everything that comes around because we're Wawta Podcast.
Yeah.
And y'all have a great night.
Yeah. Bye.